All right, everyone, welcome to another episode of Fourever Rivals. We're all back. How's everyone going? How are we going? I'll start with you, Liam. How are you, my friend?
Oh, mate, you know we've been busy. It's crunch time. It's at the end of my studies at the moment. So and we're looking towards the future, looking towards new jobs, and actually saw a nice opening in the footy world this week. There's a potential head coach position going. So
I like it.
yeah,
Very good.
Building that up, mate.
I reckon put in the resume, mate. Put in the resume. You just never know.
Yeah, mate. You know, I'll tell them I've got the backing of the jumper punch. I hope. You know, that's a good character reference, maybe.
100%, man. 100%, man. I'm telling you, it was a good day for the Blues. It was
great success.
Great success.
We've got Borat with us. How good.
We got Borat joining. We got a few people joining us tonight. All right, let's get into the next one, mate. Get into the next one. Manny, how you going?
Oh, good evening to everyone. Hello, fellas. Good evening to the chat. Just a beautiful day today, wasn't it? And then it's got a bit chilly this later on this evening. I've actually turned the heater on. I don't know whether I've done the right thing or not, but I'm sitting with shorts on, so that's just to keep the body at a nice temperature, because things are going to heat up today. Hot topic today with who's going to be the next captain to steer the ship of the Carlton Football Club. Marco, you got a big smile on your face. We thought it was going to be your coach.
The next captain.
Well, you know, he's
when the coach goes, the captain follows.
Next coach. All right, the coach. Yeah.
Do you speak any English?
Hey, Mark, how are you, bud?
Yeah, good evening, boys. Good evening, and good evening to the chat as well. Yeah, what a week it's been in football. So it's going to be an interesting chat tonight, boys. But I'll have a little bit of my influence chat involved. So yeah, good evening, boys. And the weather is fantastic, isn't it? It's good to see the spring still hanging around. Summer.
Bit of fun. Let's just say hello to a few people. Of course, there's always Sammy Taylor. Always go Blues. He always puts. I reckon he's always the first one to put in a comment. Oh, look at this. We got Beer Batter Gummy Shark. 76ers just fired their GM and the coach. Yeah, Dylan's a 76 fan, so he had a bad week this week, but he's actually had a good week. He's pretty wrapped about what's going on this week. He was all about
great success
this week for us, man. So great success. And of course we've got Enzo Valentino. He's one of our favorites. Good evening. And Oz saying hello to everyone. He's a champion. Roccomoto all the way from Perth. Of course, we've got Peter Bluebagger. He is the TJP, and seek.com.au, and there is a job going. So have a look. They'll be doing it. We've also got a new one here, but it looks like Red MGF. Good day, lads. Throw the kitchen, Seek, Brad Scott, and the Blues next coach. Yeah, I don't think so. All right, let's go. We got a good day. Oh, the Magpie Chronicles. We love that man there. And, of course, our favourite Greek. Thanks goodness VOSS is gone. Yeah, of course. We're all pretty happy about this. Evening, gents. We got the St Kilda supporter there. What do we got? We got Lone Wolf. Thank you very much for the $5. Hey, all. Good to see Carlton get a head start in the search for the new coach to get the best coach. But the pressure will soon be on the Mark Bombers. I think they will be too, man. That's going to be coming soon, man. They'll be coming soon, man. Hello to Galicchio. Hello to Stuart McWay. Thank you very much, Fog. So I thought it was on English Moors. I was actually looking out for werewolves. I don't know what's going on there, man. I don't know what's going on there, mate. Like,
you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
No, I don't understand the words that are coming out of your mouth, Stuart, man.
Well, I
Got no
understood
idea.
that, Rico.
What's
I
that?
understood that. He's saying
Did
that
ya?
it's the fog. The fog. He's talking about the fog this morning. It was so thick.
Okay.
Fog. Okay.
Okay, nice. That's
Oh,
good. What a
Yeah.
show tonight, of course. And we got where's Chesser at? Well, he's got to get a game. Maybe he'll get a game with the new caretaker coach. And we got Bomber Pete. He's in there. Hello, guys. So so we'll get to the rest of them. We got a special guest too. Just waiting for him to come on. So we got Adam from Back to the Bench. Great kid, great guys. Great guys. And so but while we're here, of course, we have to also thank Cordon Security Doors and Blinds. We wouldn't be here without Cordon Security Doors. VOSS, he broke through those he got out of there as quickly as possible, mate. So I don't know, mate. Maybe you got to put an extra lock or something, but I don't know.
Triple locking systems, mate. We've got 3 locks in there.
You know what? Maybe Carlton left it unlocked so he could walk out. I like that. That's the way. That's what I think happened. But let's get straight into our favourite.
If you want your family to be safe, Cordon Security Doors and Blinds is the place. Fourever rivals, a bomber supporter and a really top mate. All of your security.
What is it? 83.
839 4848.
4848. That's the one.
Give us a call. You'll receive a free measure and quote. Obviously, Rocco. You get a 10% discount if you just mention a Fourever Rivals or the Jumper Punch. Yeah. Search us on Facebook, guys. Like and follow us. We're always going to be adding security, comfort, and value to your home. So give us a call on 8339 4848 for a free measure and quote.
I love it. And we got thank you very much, Marco, for that great offer. 10%. That's fucking huge, man. That's huge, man. So go down and you get to see Marco. Oh, you know what? I'm going to put extra doors here just so I can go and see Marco, man. This is fantastic, mate. So get down to Cordon Security Doors and Blinds. We've got
next week, mate.
What's that?
I'll inspect your doors next week when I come and see you guys live.
I like it. Well, as I said, you put the doors around Icon Park, but I reckon they left them unlocked just so he could sneak out, man. And Ray Manny, we fucking disgrace ourselves against Geelong, Ray. Of course, mate, all the way from Greece, mate. He must be kicking the goats up there, mate, because I'm telling you, yous are a disgrace. At least we know where we're at, but yous are just a disgrace. Look at me, team. Huh? Oh, look at me. Let's everyone wear gold tops. Anyway, all I've got to say about you guys is when we're watching Collingwood.
Come and listen to the idiot. Hey, everybody, the idiot's on.
That's Collingwood, mate. Just So anyway, listen, we're here to talk about footy and the big discussion this week was, first of all, let's get into it. Let's get straight into footy, what we talk. And I mean, there's only one bit of news this week, and I thought I'd get myself my good friend, Adam.
Hey lads, how you doing?
I don't know anymore, man. You all look the same to me, mate.
Hey.
How are you, lads?
Adam from Back to the Bench.
Adam.
The kings of social media, man. How you going, mate?
Don't be silly.
I thought I'm going to get you on. I'm going to get you on in one of the biggest weeks of Carlton's history, and it could be the line in the sand moment. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it could be. Honestly, I didn't expect the news this early, to be honest. I genuinely think he would stay on for at least the bye or even just throughout the year. I didn't think the trigger would be pulled this early. I literally woke up, was it yesterday morning, straight to my phone. Vossi gone. And I like rubbed my eyes and like it was legit. I didn't think he'd actually resign. Whether that's actually the case or not, whether he was pushed out, which I tend to believe. But I genuinely think, I just think because Graham Wright came in last year and made the big call to back him in, I didn't think he would, go back on his decision. I thought he'd sort of double down on that and give him the full year. But now that he's gone, it's a shock, but I think it's the right move for the club going forward.
100%, man. And I'm with you, and the guys can ask us questions and all that. When I wrote you the message today, I told you that I've been speaking about VOSS and Carlton for, this will be 11 hours today, right? So I've got VOSS right up to here, man. I don't know any more. What more can I say about this bloke? But I was the same, man. I woke up a bit late and I had like 300 messages on my phone, right? And I'm thinking, what's going on, mate? What's going on? And I went on and bang, he was sacked. And then we did emergency meetings straight away. And I was still in the daze. I'm thinking, because I was like you, man. I thought, he's not going to get sacked. It's way too early now. You know what I mean? Like, it's way too early for them to sack him. But, and you're right. They're saying he resigned, but come on, man. We're not idiots here, man. We know what happened. He's not resigning anyway, man. They've given him the option to resign. That'll be the only thing I could think of.
Yeah, I think it was heavily pushed out. Maybe on his terms, but I think it was probably a mutual agreement. Maybe they met somewhere in the middle where it was like, yeah, look, I'll resign, but I'll take this, incentive or whatever it may be. But I think he was heavily pushed out. To say he resigned, is probably a bit half-hearted, to be honest. But I guess it was always coming at some point, but just not this early.
Look, I'm going to be truthful. I've been calling for this for years, right? And I'm absolutely wrapped. And as I said, mate, me and Borat, we're just
Great success.
It is a great success today, man. Thank you very much. So I think we needed to do it. We needed to do it to move forward. And I know that VOSS isn't the only problem. I'm telling you, there's more people to go. And also Austin, our footy bloody, what's his name? The bloody
I've been calling to his head for a long time as well.
Yeah, for ages. So he's the other one that they slowly kicked out. So he's gone too, resigned, whatever. So that's two. I believe there's still another at least 2 to 3 people that have to go, and I'll name them and I'll keep naming them until they're gone. Greg Williams has to go, right? As good as he is, as he was as a Carlton player, seriously, I doubt he remembers the way to Princess Park. So he can't be there anymore. Sorry to say, man. It is what it is, man. Like, seriously, he said it himself, and he's the only director in all of footy that is paid, right? I don't get that, right? So he's got PK Chewies, he's got to go. So Kingsley's got to go from the board. She can't be there anymore. She's no good for the club. She's no good for the club, right? She's got to go. And I believe that there's got to be a board spill and the president has to go. I do not like him and I can't see him leading our club.
Adam,
what do you reckon?
Adam, I've got a question for you, Adam, just quickly, a hypothetical question, but you were referring to about the bye. I'm not quite sure. When do Carlton actually have their bye? When is it their bye? What round is it?
It's after King's birthday, so round 14 or round 13, I think.
I think it's 13.
Based on past precedents, I just think that's generally when boards tend to pull the trigger. That's why I sort of thought that.
Yeah.
But
just hypothetically, again, say Carlton win the next, say, 4 or 5 games before the bye, would you have still wanted VOSS to still hold that position, or did you just think it was just long gone, regardless of how many wins and losses towards the end of the year?
Personally, no. If he won 4 games on the trot, I'd still say his time's up. I just think there's enough to see of the past 2 years, even 3 years, to be honest, where I just think we weren't evolving into a dynamic top 4 modern day football team. So if he won 4 in a row, that's great. I think the club might have been sucked into keeping him. His ledger looks better. He'd be 5-8, probably could save his job. But me personally, no, I just think the brand we played wasn't sustainable. The 4-quarter efforts obviously weren't there. And I think the players just lost a bit of hope. And it wasn't sustainable long term. I just think these days you need a game plan where you can adapt to a dynamic and fast game style. Look, obviously VOSS wasn't just the issue. We can talk about the cattle we had. Like, was the cattle suited to this modern day top football? Me personally, no, I don't think. I think our team, when we started the rebuild in 2015 under SOS, it was built for the wrong era, and I strongly believe that. I think back then pace and football smarts wasn't as prevalent. And now I just think, we've got these guys who are bigger bodies, a bit slower, a bit more suited for the older game. I just think in the modern game, we missed out on those type of assets in the team. So while VOSS is to blame as well, I think there's more things to figure out.
Is it fair to say that sorry, Rocco, is it fair to say that you look at the trend the last 15, 16 years, you've lost close to 4 or 5 different coaches. When you look at VOSS is probably the only one that took us to a prelim in a very, very long time. He's leaving with 48% winning. So in terms of looking at the other coaches, he shows definitely that he's got the he had the ability to do what he did. But put that aside for a minute now. Okay, he's gone, or he's been forced to go, or he resigned, or whatever. Right now, to the end of the year, what is it that as a Carlton supporter, as a fan, what is it that they're hoping that is this going to all of a sudden be a miraculous change? What is it they're expecting or hoping for?
All right, before you answer, Adam, I just want to jump. What's that?
Is this for you? Are you going to answer this one or me?
No, you can answer, but I want to just add something quickly before you do that, right? First of all, as you can see, Collingwood supporters, man, all they do, someone gave him those stuff. He's got no idea what he's talking about. Like, who's one of the greatest Carlton footballers ever? And I'd say Bruce Dool would be one of the greatest footballers ever. Yeah? You weren't there, but I'm telling you now, one of the greatest back men, 4 premierships, the flying doormat. He had 8 different coaches, right? So this thing about, we've gone through that many coaches doesn't mean shit, bro. It doesn't mean shit. One of the greatest players that played in the greatest eras had 8 different coaches in his era, right? So that really doesn't matter. This 48%, forget about it. What is this 48% we're talking about? Like, forget about the 48%. Look, forget about stats and watch it with your fucking eyes. And you can see that we're not doing nothing. The Carlton Football Club will never go nowhere the way they're playing footy. And that all comes down to the coach and the coaching department and also the recruiting and that. So his 48% was also highly, I thought we got a lot more results because of the stars we had in there. They got us over a lot of games, right? It wasn't coaching. You're absolutely right before. Our style is too far behind now. We need fucking a new dynamic, fast-moving. This is the new way of footy, and VOSS just wasn't the man for it. Now I'll let you answer.
I agree with you. You literally said exactly what I was going to say. I think it's circumstantial because I think in the past 15 years, I think wholeheartedly I can say that VOSS has had the best list compared to guys like Bolden and Teague and even Malthouse. I think, he's had a peak over his last 5 years for the greater good. Is at a prime Cripps, a prime Kerno, prime Sard. Doherty was playing and firing. I think it's at the best list out of the whole coaches that we've gone through in the last 15 years. So the 48% is kind of justified with that. And to answer your question, what's the answer going forward? I think, like, if we had a crystal ball, it'd be nice to know what the actual answer is. But I think it's a matter of just making change. When it's a win-loss industry, and if you don't get results, your time will come. And I just think it's a matter of results weren't coming, and we have to pull the trigger, and we have to go down a new path. Whatever they do now is, up to their discretion. But a change was needed. We couldn't just, sit in our hands and do nothing and hope something would change miraculously.
Yeah, see, that was the question that I had for you guys was more now that he has been moved on. Clearly, you guys both are on the side of, yep, that was the right move. We should have got rid of him. I'd have to agree. I think it was the right move. You won't go anywhere with him. He wasn't the right man for the job. But my question is now, just for the rest of the season, you've dropped him 9 rounds in. What does the rest of your season look like now? Because I know I've spoken a bit about it with Rocco. As you know, if he goes, does that mean you just play out the rest of the season, admitting you're going to be down in the bottom 4, or what do you think happens for the rest of the season now that you've made this change end of round 9 and said, this is it?
Interesting question. Yeah, it's a good question. I think I'm on the belief that I think we'll see more kids being debuted just to see what we've got underneath. I think VOSS was very stubborn with rewarding VFL form. So I think Fraser will definitely look down that path. We've obviously seen Jack Arson's getting his debut this week. And I think there'll be more to come in the following weeks. I just think the rest of the year, we're just going to look for the future, towards the future, and I guess show the new coach waiting in the ranks what he can work with. Because, the jury's still out on so many of these guys in the VFL. I guess he's got to play the kids and see where they're at.
Yep, 100%, man. So already this week, Ison is going to make his debut, which I think is an exciting player in the VFL. We've got a few. I think we're talking about this on the Jumper Punch. We don't want them to all of a sudden put a whole bunch of kids in there. You know what I mean? Like, VFL's going really good. So we don't want to be kind of rustling that kind of team and form in there. But what I want to see is I just want to see a clear path now of what the future might be looking like. Like, it's not going to be exactly, because it is an interim coach, a caretaker coach. So, but I want the whole team now to work together, the GM, all of them together, and this is the path we're going to be going towards. It's going to take some time. There's going to be some players that are going to be replaced. And this is what we're working towards. And I'll also be saying what I'm looking for too is the leaders. It's time to stand up, guys. Man, you guys there, the leaders, Wiedering, Walsh, Cripper, all of it, McGovern, all the old ones that are there, man, you got something to answer for here, bro. You got something to answer for here, man. And I want to see who's going to now lead this club into the next century or the next period. You know what I mean? So I'll be saying to Cripper too, I'll be saying, mate, it doesn't mean you're not going to be captain next year, man. Show me that you want to lead this club next year. You know what I mean? I'll be looking at Walsh. I'll be looking at Wiedering, man. And show me that you want to lead this club next year. You know what I mean? But guess what? Fraser might not be your coach next year, but guess what? The new coach, he's watching. Don't worry, he's watching. We don't know who it is there, but he's watching. So be careful, mate, because you could be, and I've also said, this is the line in the sand, not for our football playing, but for our club. This is a way into the future. We could show everyone. We could make this the moment that we turn this club around. That's what I'll be selling to this club now.
Do you think Cripps stays on next year?
Possibly not. I don't think so. I think what we said was with Cripper, he's been great for us. He's been Brownlow medalist. We'd love him. You know what I mean? But I would give him that option. I would leave it up to him and say, mate, it's up to you. You're probably not going to win a premiership with us, right? So I'll leave it. If you want to stay, mate, you're more than welcome. But if you don't, we're happy to make a move, and you probably won't be captain next year because we're going to be looking towards the future. And with Wiedering, I know people are going to ask about Wiedering. I mean, with Wiedering, I want to keep him. He's a great backman. But at the end of the day, if we're looking towards the future, like I heard the press conference, they were saying, we'll be heavily looking into the draft. All right, that's fine. I'm happy you're heavily looking into the draft. Well, we're going to use our first 2 draft picks to get Cody Walker, which is fine. Then how are you going to rebuild this list with pick fucking 48 and 76? Like, how are you going to rebuild this list, people? So if they really want to do that, unfortunately, we're going to have to get draft picks, right? We're going to have to rebuild before Tassie comes in. And who's the only one that's really got value at our club?
Mackay?
Oh, Mackay, I'm telling you, if you get a first rounder, you're fucking lucky for that bloke. I'm
No,
telling you.
you could. You'll bargain a first round now, definitely.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You'll get probably one first rounder, but you could get like 2 to 3 first rounders for Weedering.
We'll just do a straight swap. We'll do a straight
For
swap.
For Ben.
Oh,
Fuck, man. You really want us to go
You've got
down.
to look at a positive note too, boys. You can't supporters. You got to look at a positive. Statistically, it does show you that after the coach has been sacked, that team, the caretaker, that team normally comes out and wins the week after. So you got to look at the positive there, boys, as if to say, well, you know, we might get our second win for the season next week. So
it's just a sugar hit, bro. If that happens, it's just a sugar hit. You know, I'm looking deep into the year. You know, like even though it's early, 14 weeks, it's early on, but you can't waste now the next 14 weeks. Like you've got to get ready for next year and beyond. You agree there, Adam?
I agree. I've got a question as well for one of you guys because I've been thinking about this a lot lately. And whoever wants to answer it, feel free. I just think it feels like a bit of deja vu, this whole scenario, considering 10 years ago, we're in this same spot with, I guess, Moldart's being sacked and we brought in SOS and we announced this big rebuild. And it just feels like a 10-year cycle where we've gone through that. It didn't work. Now our coach is gone and there's talk about trading key players for picks. And it just feels like a whole cycle all over again, 10 years apart. What do you guys make of that? Like, do you think it's the same sort of thing going on? I think these rebuilds aren't suited to the modern game. I think you got to rebuild sort of on the run, maybe trade a couple guys, but you can't, you know, fully cut your whole list and just put kids in like we did under Bolden and Sauce.
Yeah, I don't think Carlton's at a stage at this point where you look at that word rebuilding because, you know, you say to yourself, oh, let's start fresh and let's you know, sack this guy and trade this guy. But it might take another 10, 15 years to actually get to that level again. And I don't think you supporters are going to handle that. You're not going to wait another 10 years. You guys need to rebuild, but you need to have success, I think, top 4 the next 2 to 3 years maximum.
Yeah.
I can't see Carlton, you know, saying, oh, you know, we'll start fresh and new coach and new list management. It's too much. It's too much for the supporters to wait. And then if that doesn't succeed, you're back to square one again. You know, and by the time you know it's 2035. And, you know, Rocco will be close to 75, 80 by then. So
I'll be dead by then, mate. I'm telling you. Lucky I saw early premierships because it's starting to worry me. I'm worried for Adam, mate. He's never going to see one, mate.
Seen fucking nothing, mate. Seen nothing. Seen one prelim.
It's all about risk to you guys at this stage, and risks often as it can go backwards. So I wouldn't be impressed if you had to wait another, say, 7 to 8 years to get to that level where Carlton should really be, which is a top 4 contenders. So, you know, it's a risk you're taking.
I think there's rebuilds. So I was going to say, I think this whole rebuild term, it's just like it's a bit of nonsense. Like there's no promised results. Like if I said in 2015, you know, we're going to go through this rebuild and gut the list and trade Gibbs and Yaron and Henderson and get all these guys in. And then at the end result's a prelim final, and that's it. Like I literally laugh at you. Like I'm not gonna go through all that just to get to one prelim. It's the same sort of thing. Like you're doing all this work to bring in new talent, but there's no promised results. Like I just think you got to work with both sides of the stick.
I agree, man. It can't be like, sorry, just quickly, and then I'll let you. It can't be like this rebuild. It's just a way to give yourself some time. It's also when people say like it's a 3-year plan, it's a 5-year plan. Like it's just to give yourself time, right? That's all it is. I agree. It just depends on what direction does the club want to go, right? If we want really go youth, you know what I mean? You're going to have to give up players because we haven't got the picks for it, yeah? But I agree with you because I think we've got enough there to do to add to it.
Yeah.
Right. You think about it and then what I would do too is, man, I'm going for Butters. I'm going for Dacos, to tell you the truth. Man, I'm going straight up to these players. Man, and we discussed this, right? I'm going to the best players now, and I'm going, whatever anyone gives you, we're going to give you 200 grand on top, right? And I had this discussion with Andy from Ankle Sore. another great man. We came up, mate, I'd go up to Butters and go, give you 200 grand on top and you can be captain. Man, because you can build around Butters. You got Butters then, and all of a sudden Cody Walker, you got Jagger Smith, and then you've got fucking, you got like Walsh, and you got bloody, you can add in like Lord and those sort of, all of a sudden maybe, yeah, then all of a sudden you're building something, you know. So I think it's got to be a bit of a 6 and 7, you know, like it's got to be a little bit of a, it's got to be a little bit like, not a full rebuild, but there's definitely change has to happen. You know what I mean? And then with a new coach, maybe they can get the best out of what we got. And another thing, like play players in the right position, you know, like fucking hell, instead of playing them all over the place, you know, like that's another thing. Yeah. Liam, you had a question?
Just don't do it. 2012 tour. 3 picks.
Yeah.
No, I was just gonna just go back to Adam's question about, you know, the whole process. I think it starts from the top, like you said. As look, as much as you can sit here and be, you know, it's the coach's fault, it's the players, it's this, that, yeah. I think it's been how your club's been managed, because it's longer than 10 years. I think 95 is when you last won. It's the systems that are in place. It's like, why are we not getting to that? Because honestly, when I look at your list, like you said, it's probably hard getting into a prelim and thinking, is that it? Is that as far as we've got? But I mean, like, yeah, so the way I see it, looking from the outside, is I was like, you've actually got a decent list. Well, why is this not translating into results? Why is it the best that you only get in as a prelim? There's got to be something in the higher ups, and I think the way that you guys are managed as a club, there's clearly some issues. I was going to ask a little bit even about the big thing from a couple of weeks with Hollands is, you know, there's clearly stuff from the top filtering down, but this club is poorly managed and it's poor leadership. I know that's what Rocco goes on about. He's like, where's the leaders? Who's standing up? That's where I see is the biggest issue of your club. I think, yeah, look, if you want to rebuild, change your list, get some different coaches, that's fine. But I think it's the people at the top who, they're the ones that I'm still looking at thinking, because if you get a new coach in 3 years, 4 years time, you sack him again and you're still in the same spot. There's bigger things at play here.
I mean,
that's 100%. Wait, before you go, just Lou Frolino, if you're talking about like getting Butters, right, and we have to trade, no, we don't, because he can just leave at the end of the year and they'll just get a compensation pick. So it's all about cash with him.
Yeah, but Butters might want to come to Carlton.
Well, no, well, you make him, that's why. He'll talk to Carlton, don't you worry. He'll talk to Carlton. At the end of the day, with getting a new coach and that, we become a destination club again. I'm telling you, this is a huge thing for us. You get a new coach and they get someone in there and they talk to him and they sell him the story. Carlton are the best at selling you the dream, right?
Yeah,
they're the best. What's that?
Bringing Bobby Flanders as coach.
Oh, yeah, bring Bobby Flanders. At least we'll get a bit of a laugh and we'll get some enjoyment.
We'll bring Bont Dacos and Harley Reid down with him.
We'll get Harley Reid. But, yeah, so look, there is a chance, and you're right, Liam, you know me, it's about leadership and it's about getting this club up again, but it all starts from the top for me. So there's a lot of things to get done. But this is definitely a good step forward.
Yeah, and Liam was spot on about the hierarchy there, Rocco. I mean, they didn't even have a press conference, did they? I mean, normally.
Look, don't get me started. No, they had a press conference. Yeah, don't get me fucking started on
but I've just coach not being there. The coach and the CEO, whatever, they normally have a bit of a chat, and things can go our way. We've parted ways, and Carlton didn't even do that.
They did their own.
It's the hierarchy.
I was actually shocked that the president actually showed his face, to tell you the truth, man. That's the first time we've seen him since he's been there.
Why wouldn't if he resigned, which he did say he resigned, even though he was probably sacked, but he's saying, so wouldn't they just, come to terms?
Because it's bullshit. Because it's bullshit. Let's be honest, man. Unless you prove me wrong. Unless you prove me wrong, I'm going to keep sticking with this. It's bullshit. You sacked him. They left on bad terms and he walked out. You know what I mean? That's it. At the end of the day, they were probably, butting heads there and it didn't work. Because at the end of the day, you think about it, man, if it was all mutual, why wouldn't he sit next to him and say, you know, this is the situation. I think it's best for the club that I just move on, and that's it, you know. Adam?
Yeah, I know. It was interesting. We didn't see a press conference with VOSS. I just think he wanted to go out in his own way and called it that. Yeah, do all clubs do a press conference like that?
If they resign.
Is the coach always present though? Like, have we always seen that? I remember
not always.
Yeah.
But I think a lot more times than not they are, but not always. I heard that VOSS, even when he left Brisbane, didn't do the press conference. So maybe it's just a VOSS thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah. I mean, hopefully they went out on good terms. I assume they did. I wouldn't think that's the reason why they didn't have a press conference. I think everyone's just different. It's probably just VOSS's choice. They didn't want to. I don't think it's obliged to, but it'd be nice to get some final comments from him. But
well, he did do an interview with
with Barrett.
I find that weird. I find that weird that you don't do the press conference, but then you go and do like a paid or whatever it is, like a 40-minute interview with Damien Barrett. Like, that's a bit weird, man. Like,
and it wasn't live
address the people, mate. Address them, man. Like, at the end of the day, like, you are the coach of the club, but man, we got supporters here, man. Like, address us and say, listen, this is a situation, and move on, you know. So anyway, but that's just me. That's just me, man.
No, I admire what VOSS did. At the end of the day, it's clear cut. It shows that the supporters were not happy. You know, the members weren't happy. Everyone wasn't happy. And it's come to a point where VOSS is probably being used as the scapegoat, and this is where I think the hierarchy has thought, you know what, let's get rid of him now, and that may take a little bit of pressure off us. Let's put a caretaker in there for the time being. Let's start showing the fans, the members, the supporters that we are finally listening, or we are trying to make change. And I think, you know, credit to VOSS, because I know that the fans might be angry, but a lot of players that have come on and have spoken about VOSS, even Cripps, who spoke about VOSS, has, you know, spoken very highly of him. So, you know, sometimes, it's not as easy as that. You know, we can sit there and say, you know, why didn't you face the media? Why didn't you face the people and say what you said? You know, at the end of the day, you know, sometimes it's just easier to walk away and say, you know what, good luck, and hope that things go better for you in the future. So I don't blame VOSS. I don't think it's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing.
I completely disagree with you, right? Because I completely 100 disagree with you. First of all, the players come out. What do you want them to say? I'll tell you how much they loved him. Curnow, TDK, fucking Sauce, all leaving. Sauce has got 3 generations decided to go for a couple of $100,000. There's more towards that, mate. TDK, fair enough, maybe left for money. Curnow would still be there. I tell you right now. He would still be there if there was a different coach, right? Then you got players. You listen to Wiedering. He looks like he's done. What do you want Cripps to say? Like, I don't feel sorry for VOSS, right? Everyone goes, oh, he must be a good man and that. I don't give a fuck. I do not care if he is the Carlton coach, right? I'm not sorry for him. 5 years, bro. 5 years and 1 preliminary. He can't get the fucking team working together, right? Players are leaving in bulk, right? We're 1-9. What do I feel sorry for? The $800,000 he's going to fucking pick up for only coaching half a season? Is that what I've got to feel sorry for? Feel sorry for me. Feel sorry for fucking me. I don't feel sorry for him. You had your opportunity. It's not like we didn't give him the opportunity. 5 years. 5 years we gave him, right? We gave him 5 years, and what have we done? Scatter. That's what we've fucking done. Nothing, right? That's what we've done with this bloke, you know? A player's leaving, right? What have we done? We're 1-9. We even changed the assistants and that for him last year, apparently. Gave him another chance, right? Because they had a 5-hour meeting, right? And they still kept him on. Now you want me to feel sorry for him because, he walked away? I don't feel sorry for you. First of all, you didn't walk away. And second of all, I don't feel sorry for you. Move on. Thank you for coming. I appreciate that you wore the Carlton top. Guess what, man? He's not going to look back at Carlton anymore. We're
So
the
he's
ones
moved
that are
on.
left here now.
Well, that's what I'm saying, Rocco. He's moved on. So at the end of the day, he's moving on. Don't worry about him
But you
facing
said
the
you
press.
feel sorry for him. What do you feel sorry
Yeah.
for?
No, I'm talking about the fact that you're saying he should have faced the press.
Yes, he should have faced the press because we gave him a chance to coach one of the biggest clubs in the AFL, and he just walks away without even saying to the fans, rightio, this is what I've done. That would be just me, bro. Do whatever you want to do. Everyone can do whatever the fuck they want to do, right? But for me, I would have stood up. And that's the same with, I've always said this, the same with our president. They got elected. They didn't wait for the fucking members to vote them in or nothing. None of them, mate. None of them, man. Stand up, right, and do what's right for the club. These people are not doing what's right for the club that I love. Sorry.
Here.
Good rant.
Fair call.
That was
No,
unbelievable.
well, you know, Adam, man,
Good when
like,
it goes
I'm
off.
sick of everyone's feeling sorry for everyone, you know, man. It's 31 years, bro.
Yeah.
You have not seen nothing, man. We
I
get
know.
to a prelim. I blame the supporters too, mate. The supporters have got to fucking start smarting up and not accepting that a prelim is enough. Man,
No.
you know, last week, I'll tell you what, I saw comments, and we talked about this last night. They were saying that was like a win last week against Brisbane. People were clapping them off. That's what we're accepting, bro.
Yeah, it was funny seeing the reactions from Fagan and VOSS. Fagan looked like he lost, and VOSS looked like he won. But it was the opposite. And you compare two coaches. One's been at the top 2 years in a row, and then one's 1 and 9. It was
Exactly.
astounding viewing seeing that. But yeah, I just think I think this whole thing about the prelim in 2023, as awesome as it was, like it's pretty mediocre to always look back on that. Like,
Exactly.
I was hoping up Collingwood, right? Like we can't stand the Pies, right? But I respect them as a club because how many prelims have they made over the last 10, 15 years? They don't single out one prelim or one semi-final. Like they've got so much to look back on. Whereas we look back at one prelim and go, wow, how good was that? Like, you can't have those standards at your club. You've got to be driving for more than that. For a club that's won 16 premierships too, and with this many supporters and just as much of a legacy we've had as a club, you've got to demand better. You can't accept little shitty results. We're not St Kilda. We're not fucking Western Bulldogs. Like we're a big club.
Now you know how I feel, Adam.
Yeah, we're in the same boat. Our both clubs, honestly, like we can't accept these results. It's
Correct.
ridiculous.
Yep.
And this is what I mean. Like, start demanding success, people. Start demanding. Like, don't accept mediocre performances anymore. Not from anyone. Not from anyone, man. Like, you can't be a winner by accepting these mediocre performances from our leaders, from our board, and from our supporters and from our team, mate. You know what I mean? You can't, because you know how hard it is to win a premiership? It's fucking hard, bro. It's hard, man. And we know. We know how hard it is, man. Mate, Essendon can't even win a final. Like, how hard is it to get it? And then, you think about it, after 23, after 22, first of all, we did nothing to improve that list. You add one or two. After 23, right? What did we do? Fuck all. And then we thought we were there. We thought we were there. And then we fall into the finals in 24. Right? And then go 60-0. They should have sacked fucking VOSS at halftime there. That's what they should have done. Right? 60-0, bro. I was sitting at home embarrassed. Right? And then we accept that. We accept that's our fucking mountain that we climb to. Are you serious, people? I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, and then those signs of what people are even saying on the chat, where they're saying, how shit are Essendon and Essendon and Carlton are just as shit as each other. We would never hear that, 20 years ago. We wouldn't hear Essendon as shit, Carlton as shit, Collingwood, Richmond. To hear it every week in, week out, it's sad to hear it, mate. Essendon are shit. Like, fuck me, mate. I've never heard that since I was a kid. But it is what it is. We've just got to keep fighting, I think, boys. We just got to keep fighting.
So moving forward, obviously, potentially, there's going to be a number of names that are going to be put in the hat to try and get the right person moving forward for the current football club. But in your opinion there, Adam, who would you like to perhaps see, or maybe, who would you want to see come in and, play a certain style of football moving forward?
I'm a massive fan on Adam Simpson, and I don't think they'll go down this path, but I just think the way he talks and how he articulates his words and talks about the game, I just think, I don't know, it's someone you can really learn off, I think, and it's very inspiring the way he talks, and he's been to the top, and he obviously had a rough few years towards the back end of his career, but I wouldn't judge him off that last 3 years with West Coast. I mean, their list was diabolical, falling to pieces. I think any coach would have struggled. That's who I want in my heart. With my head, though, I think they'll go for an untried coach. I think that's the way these days with, Sam Mitchell and McRae and all these guys who have been untried and coming with new ideas. I think someone like Corey Enright, James Kelly, Nigel Lappin, I think that's where they'll go down that path. I think, they've tried the Messiah coach with Malthouse, didn't work. They've tried this, the failed coach, give him a second chance, hasn't worked. I think now they'll bring in a brand new coach who can just bring something different. But it would have to be like a very long conversation. Like they can't rush this because the next coach who comes in, like you thought the pressure was a lot on VOSS. This is even next level, the amount of pressure this guy will get. And honestly, I think Graham White, based on his experience, he's the right guy who I can trust to bring in the right man for the job. He backed in Craig McRae when VOSS was there and all these guys and Ross Lyon and Clarko, and he's backed in McRae and he's won them a premiership but his win-loss record at Collingwood's probably above 65%, 60%. That's pretty good. So, I back in Graham Wright to get the job done.
I'm going to say two things before any of you's answer, right? The first thing, I just want to see the process done properly. We did it properly last time and they fucked it up because they recommended Kingsley. I'm not saying he would have been the answer, but they did recommend Kingsley and they decided to go with VOSS because of the name. And I know that for a fact, right? So that's the first thing. So let's just get the process. Let's put the net out there and everyone apply. Even like you don't even know I don't know if Fraser wants to do it, but what if he's the man? You're like, I don't know yet.
Can't get sucked in. You can't get sucked in.
No, you won't get sucked in. But what I'm saying is everyone should.
So you go on, sorry.
No, we're just saying everyone, they should throw that net wide and far, mate, and see who's going to be the best coach. I don't know who it is. There's plenty of people out there, so we'll just see,
I think the honeymoon phase, it's easy to get sucked in. We did it with Teague. I just hope we've learned.
Of course.
I think, you can't, even if he goes, honestly, 11-0 or whatever, I still wouldn't appoint him.
11-0, man, that'll be hard.
I know we're going to bring in someone external. You can't keep making the same mistakes. And,
I agree.
Man for the job. I don't know anything about Fraser. I'm sure he must be pretty switched on inside the four walls. But me speculating, I just think someone untried from a club who's highly touted and ready to take the next step. And I think, there's a lot of talk about Kelly and Wright.
I think Kelly's a big name because he's coming from a club that's very successful and he's got a lot of good raps about it. So someone in that kind of mold, that's what I'm looking for. Someone that can now grow with the team and what I've heard about him, he's forward thinking, modern day coach, what I mean?
Yeah.
That's I would like that. I think supporters would be ecstatic with an appointment like that.
Who's number one on your list, Rocco? If you had to pick, if you were the GM right now, who would you take?
I don't know who I would take, but I'd be interviewing people like the Kellys. I don't want Simpson. I don't want any of them. I would be Kelly. No.
How come?
They're done, man. They're done. I don't care how many coaches. The only two coaches that have won a premiership after being sacked from another club would be Malthouse and I think there was one other, but it doesn't work, mate. It doesn't work. The odds are against you, man. I just want a fresh man. Simpson's done. He's done his job. You know what I mean? Longmire, he's done. He was there for 15 years, man.
Yeah,
they got rid of him.
Yeah, he looks spent at Sydney.
Yeah, so I don't know. Just for me, like I'm done. I don't want the name. Just give me something new. Like I don't know who, right? The other question I'm going to ask you, right? I don't know how much time you got, but I'm going to ask you, right? Is you said you got faith in Wright, yeah? I'm going to hold this. You got faith in Wright, Graham Wright, yeah?
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to hold his feet to the fire. Right, I'm going to hold his feet to the fire because I've lost a little bit of faith in this bloke. Right, he's done a few crucial mistakes to me. Right, not sacking VOSS when they had the 5-hour meeting and they admitted they went to talk to other coaches. I'm fine. I'm seeing red flags there already. Right, the Elijah Hollands shit, mate. I'm seeing red flags there, man. Right, and then. Like even for the 5-hour meeting, I've said this before. If he was being controlled by the board and that, well, you're not the leader I thought we had. And if he wasn't controlled, right, and he made the decision, you're not the leader I thought you were, right? The other thing about the press conference I was a bit worried about, right? He didn't admit it. He said, no, we did the right thing in keeping VOSS. No, you didn't. You sacked him in fucking round 9, mate. You did not do the right thing. Stop saying it. Just admit that you got it wrong. We got it wrong, and now we're moving forward. I didn't like that. The other thing I didn't like, I heard him say they're going to put the committee together, and him and fucking Fraudley, our president, are going to be on that. If Fraudley is on that fucking thing, I'm done. If he's one of them who's going to pick our coach, I am done. Did you see the press conference? I'm sure you watched it.
Yeah, I did watch it.
All right. Did you see our president, right, Fraudley? Did you see him talking about contested possessions and shut the fuck up, mate. Do not talk about football, bro. Do not talk about football, man. You know nothing about the game. Don't tell us that, we're good in the the clinches and we're good at. Shut up. I don't want to listen to you. Just go and do your job. Go back to Sydney and don't come back, bro. Don't come back, right? Like, I'm sick of that. So, to me, with Graham Wright, I'm going to trust him now moving forward because everyone, gets a chance, right? I'll give him that chance. But I'm going to hold his feet to the fire, man. Mate, be the leader we brought you in to be, right? You should have got rid of VOSS, man. We could have already started this process at the start of the year. You know what I mean? Now we've brought in assistants. He's the new coach. He's going to want his own assistants, isn't he?
Maybe.
So what you're saying, Rocco, is that when he went into that 5-hour meeting, he should have thought about Rocco. I've got to think about Rocco if I make that decision. Is that what you're saying? I've got to think about every single Rocco before I make that decision.
Oh, man. Come and listen to the idiot. Hey, everybody.
He's going to do what he feels at the time is right. And
come and listen to the idiot. What are you talking about listening to Rocco? Can I just say something?
Well, let me finish first.
Listen, Manny, you've had your say. Can I just say something?
Let me finish first.
No, I'm not going to let you finish.
Hang on, let me finish first. Right? Hang on, you're not giving me the right. We've listened to you.
Can I just say, of all the idiots, in all the idiot villages, in all the idiot worlds, you stand alone, my friend.
All right, now let me talk. I'm going to say something.
Let me finish.
For fuck's sake, mate. For fuck's sake, bro. I've explained this to Manny before, right? When you ask me something, do not ask me 5 different questions and expect me then to remember what you said first, right? Do not ask me to do that, right? I'm telling you now, you've asked me a question and I'll answer it and then I'll allow you to ask me the next question, right? I don't give a fuck, right? So if you want to come back on, mate, I'm happy for you. But you've asked me a question and I'll make you finish. Let me answer the first part.
Right.
You right?
All right. If that's going to make you feel better, go for it.
You know what's going to make me feel better, right? If you just shut the fuck up, right? That's what's going to make me feel better. This is what makes me feel. Shut up. That's what will make me feel better, right? Now listen to me, right? You ask me a question and I'll tell you. He wasn't thinking about me, right? He's put into a position, right, to make the big calls, right? He fucked up. And I'll tell you how he fucked up. Because VOSS in round 9 is gone. So you've made the wrong decision, bro. You've made the wrong decision. You decided to keep him, right? And I'll say that till until I drop dead. You made the wrong decision. You can fix it now. You can fix it, right? But at the moment, you fucked up. That's a red flag to me, mate. You fucked up. In round 9, we are 1-8, and he and the coach is gone. How can that be the right decision?
Well, sometimes I understand what you're saying, Rocco, and I agree with you. But he's obviously realised I'm bringing him on. I'm going to give him that opportunity. He's 1-8, so obviously now they've decided, you know what, it's time for him to go. So I think it's wrong. So therefore, let's give him the opportunity to get it right. Let's give him that opportunity.
But he was wrong.
Well, time will tell.
No, he was wrong because he's gone. There's no time.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
He's wrong. I said that he would give him an opportunity.
Okay, so he's gone. So he's done what you didn't agree with. He's kept him. He's failed. He's gone. Okay. So, you know, this is footy, Rocco. The mistakes will be made. Yeah? Mistakes will be made. But let's
I don't know what you're talking
moving
about. You're
forward.
Ask me a question.
Moving forward. Let's see.
You're ask me a question?
Yeah.
What
well, the question I've asked you is that right now, you're thinking, okay, we got rid of him, but do you believe that now this is going to be – because I can tell you right now, I think this has now totally messed everything around in that club, yeah? Because I don't think there's that stability there at the moment. Now, you know, I want to see what's going to happen over the next 4 or 5 weeks, and then we can talk about whether, you know what, get rid of VOSS, the stability, this and that. So I think time will tell. Time will tell.
Rocco, I think Manny's taking a piss.
You went from one question and then you just completely changed, man. You went from one question and then you went into You
understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
So you can answer this, Adam. I don't know what he asked you, but you can answer this. I don't know. To me, all I said was, I'm going to hold his feet to the fire. He's made a mistake. I'll give him a chance. But at the moment, he made a mistake. Admit that you made the mistake and move on. It was a crucial mistake. It could cost us years.
What am I answering? Sorry, can you? Sorry.
I don't know. When Manny talks, no one knows what's going on.
No, it's you. I'm just curious because what's the? Sorry, do you want to ask it again?
What was the question, Manny?
Well, the question I asked, Rocco, and I'm sorry that you know you've made you forget what you want to say, but you know what I'm saying is that at the time when the president and the managers and all those in charge, where they should be thinking about is, yeah, you know what, they should be looking at the fact that our fans are not happy, our performances are not.
They're not. They should be thinking about the fans unhappy. They should be thinking what's best for the Carlton Football Club.
Oh, okay, so what's best for the club? So he's made a mistake. So he's admitted that right now.
No, he didn't admit it. He said, "Don't you listen?" He didn't admit it.
He's not admitted, but the fact that he's gotten rid of VOSS, all right, or VOSS has
apparently he resigned. So he didn't even get rid of him. Apparently he resigned.
But it's fair to say that you know they've probably done the gentleman thing and said, listen, instead of us firing you, how about you leave the club honourably? You've come in honourably. You're a good bloke. You've played this game for a long time. You're well respected. Sure, you didn't succeed as a coach, but maybe you can leave, and that way. And I think sometimes that's probably the better way to go ahead with things.
Yeah, and have a press conference.
So again, we don't know what question you asked. There is no question. But before we go on, before I forget these people, right? Oz, thank you for that. $7.99 can now play with freedom under Josh Fraser, and I will be at the game this Saturday at Marble Stadium. Go Blues. Thank you, level 1. And then we've also got, he also gave us a super sticker. Thanks, brother. You're a champion. And then we've got one of your biggest fans, Manny. You are the GOAT. Rock fears you. Love you, Manny.
Mate, Manny's got a fan.
And Adam, just so you know, Dylan's my son. So he loves Manny more than he loves me.
Hey boys, looking on the bright side quickly. Looking on the bright side.
Yeah,
quickly.
let's move this on. Yeah.
Nostradamus has spoken. Now,
No,
just don't
no.
know. Could this be possibly the first time in history where two caretakers, coach, are playing each other in the next couple of weeks, possibly when Essendon play Carlton?
That's a good. I like that.
Hey, what do you reckon, boys? Has that ever happened in history? This could be the Nostradamus calm call.
Don't know. That's actually a good. That's a good question.
I think Scott genuinely stays out for the year. I think he comes here out. I think Carlton, Essendon, and I'm not saying this to any bias, but I think we're in different boats because I just think I'm not saying Carlton's list is anything amazing, but I think Essendon's list at the moment, you can't really expect much more than probably a bottom 4 finish. So I just think, I wouldn't pin it all on Scott. You probably do need some change, but I think it's expected with the list you have. And that's why I think we could probably get the full year and they'll reassess at the end of the year.
So can I ask you guys one other thing then that I was thinking about before is if you've sacked VOSS this early, is this because you've got someone else in mind already and you're jumping before a team like Essendon moves Scott on and takes the coach that you maybe want?
Maybe. Be interesting. I don't know.
It's hard. I don't think they got anyone in mind. I think just the pressure was it was getting so much that they had to do it. Like 1-8. We're coming up with a couple more big games. It doesn't look like we're going to win a game. We might win against the Doggies actually. Now they might get a bit of a sugar hit, but we're probably Essendon's our next chance to win a game. I think the pressure was just too much for them now. And also on VOSS. Look, don't get me wrong. The pressure on VOSS would have been extreme week in, week out. Like he would have been under pressure. You know what I mean? So, like the bloke was dealing with a lot, but also the players. I think the players had something to do with it. I'm telling you, I'm looking at Wiedering and that. Mate, he did an interview with Gerard Wheatley. He gives me the shits too now, Gerard Wheatley, right? He did an interview with him. And he just sounded like he checked out. And he was saying also that, it's a results-based, competition. And if you don't win games, like he was saying things. He looks like he's checked out. He hasn't had the best year. And on Gerard Wheatley, trying to fucking blame the fans yesterday and saying and telling us that, I hope the fans are happy about sacking another coach, mate. We didn't fucking sack him, bro. We don't take the field. All right, so stop. I'm sick of Carlton, and I'm sick of people like Gerard Wheatley and even Gary Lyon, you big fucking dog. You know where you came from, so no need you giving us comments, right? You guys, right? You guys stop blaming us. We show up every fucking week. Stop blaming us for this sacking. We didn't sack VOSS. We're just asking for now a certain standard from this club.
Push. Just one more thing on the coach.
Yeah, one more thing before, and because I'm sure Adam's busy. What country are you going to next?
Where's Mars? Mars is in London, isn't he?
Mars is leaving tomorrow. Him and Seva are off to London to watch the Arsenal.
I'm going to I hope they get it done for him. They fuck it up.
Yeah, I know.
Joke.
Arsenal upstairs. All right, so Coach, I was gonna ask, are you guys looking for someone to come in and are they gonna change the game plan, switch some magnets, bring some new people in, or is it more important they come in and rebuild your culture? So I feel like that's been an issue for you guys as well. Are you looking for someone, change the game plan or build a new culture, build a new winning mentality in your team?
A flag would be nice, but I guess the culture. Yeah, culture number one. I think just standards got to be set. Standards got to be set with elite standards. We've got to accept nothing less than honestly finals. Like we've got to have that mindset. We don't want any more bullshit bottom 6 to mid finishes. Like we've got to come in and just take the bull by the horns. No bullshit. This club was so good for so long, and then now they just started success. Like that's got to shift, and then. Yeah, I don't know what they'll do. I think, as Rocco said before, I think the list is good enough. I don't think it's a bottom four list. I just think there's enough pieces there to work with. I think good enough. It's a lot better than it is now than 10 years ago when we got rid of Malthouse. I think there's a lot more now to work with. Add in a few picks and maybe a few other players, and things can change quickly. You'd be surprised how quickly other clubs jump up. Like look at Collingwood when they won their flag, and
even Melbourne this year, bro.
Melbourne, yeah, look, there's so many examples out there. It doesn't always take 5 years. It can be really quick if you get everything right. It can be a quick turnaround. So that's what I'm looking for. Honestly, patience is very thin. So I want someone to come in and just at least play finals.
I'm with you, man. I want to see. Look, I don't know what result I want to see, but I want to see a clear path forward. You know, I want to see a clear path forward. You know, and Matula, one of our favorite Greek, she reckons on the Dan Gorage, right? And this bloke here, the fakest Carlton supporter I've ever met in my life. But well done, you're doing well for yourself. On his podcast, he probably going to hear this and never want to come and do anything with us. But on his podcast today, he said VOSS let Fraser coach the second half. Now, if that's true, they already knew, didn't they? So if that's true, and he said it on his podcast, so that's a bit weird, man. So it was a bit weird because he went up to the box. Did you notice that VOSS went up to the box and then came back down? Like he'd done a bit of I don't know what I want to do. Do I want to go up there? Do I want to go sit in the cuck chair, or do I want to go on the boundary line and just fold my arms? Which one do I want to do today? You know. So look, So look, there's a lot of. It's just the first step. There's a lot of things to happen from now on. I want to see some more changes, but I truly believe that this is the first step, and now we can start moving forward. You know what I mean? Looking for coaches, players, finding out what our team's about, finding out our leaders, and finding out who wants to be there, man. And that's the most important thing. Who wants to be there and who wants to be the next premiership captain, player, coach, you know, like that. That's what it's got to be about. They've got to sell that now. This is it. And this is what I'm saying. Go out there. Go and get the best people, the best players. Man, do what you got to do to make sure that we get back to where we belong, mate. We're the Carlton Football Club. I mean, we've been shit. We've been a disgrace. But, man, we're still, not on the field, but we're still a top 4, club in Victoria. They still man, everyone wants to sponsor us, we still get members. We still got the highest rating attendance. We do everything, except for win games. So, what freaks me out, Adam? I'll tell you one thing, man. The Carlton Football Club have got everything at their disposal. Everything, bro. The best of fucking everything. What do you want? What do you want? We'll give it for. We'll give it to you, right? And we can't win games. It freaks me out. Imagine just giving you everything. You've got the best of everything, mate. I'll give you the best ingredients, and you still make a pile of shit. You go, what do you mean? I gave you the best ingredients, bro. So
maybe there's a curse in the club. I don't know. There's something rotten in there.
Cursed.
Adam, a lot of viewers on this show know me as the statistics man. So statistically, Carlton can still make the finals this year.
Of course, but don't give me that.
Okay, why not? Okay, who cares? Go for it.
At the end of the day, statistically, you can still make finals.
We can make finals as well.
We did in 23. They're making finals.
Where there's hope, mate, there's always a chance. Where there's hope, there's always a chance.
I want Cody Walker. So when the AFL fucked up their rules, now we've got to pay for it. So I'd rather finish last and get a pick.
We're going to pay for it. Big time, because we're going to have to give up a lot for it. And the thing is, that's what I'm saying. If they're looking at, drafting and all that, man, we're going to give up our first 2. And you got to remember this, man. In the last 3 years, we'll end up giving 6 first rounders for 3 players. All right. So in Dean, Jagger, and now Cody. So I'm telling you now, they better be fucking good, mate, because we're going to pay a lot for them, bro. And I heard, look, Cody looks like he's going to be a gun. He's going to be a jet, man. So he's definitely going to be a welcome inclusion. And I think, Jagger will, like it'll be a lot better if you put someone like Dean there and also get another experienced person in there. And Dean to me looks like a future captain.
Is he definitely top three? Cody?
Oh, yeah.
Is that what they're saying?
Well, the thing is, with these new rules, they're saying he's top three. They're saying he could be top one. It could be number one, you know what I mean? Way he's playing. I mean, he's playing for the VFL. Did you happen to watch the VFL against St Kilda? He turned the game in one quarter, bro. The bloke can play. So, but at the end of the day, with the new rules, right, someone like Richmond, all they have to do is bid for him, right? And they'll be stupid not to bid for him. We have to pay up and they get an extra draft pick.
Yeah, it's fucked.
So, like he's gonna go top three, you know what I mean? So
what position does Cody play, Rocco?
Everywhere, man. He's a midfielder, midfielder, high forward, I think. He's a lot like his dad, mate. His dad was a star. And I interviewed Andrew Walker a couple of years back, and he told me that at the time he said to me that his son Cody at the time had already beaten all his records. He goes, he's a genuine jet, man. So, and the kid's shown him, man. He's at 17 training at Carlton, and now he's playing in the VFL, and he's doing really well. So he's going to be a good player. But let's not kid ourselves. He's not going to be our saviour.
No,
but he's just one. No, he can't be. We've got to stop doing that. We've got to stop doing that, man. Everyone's our saviour, like you've got to stop doing that, But he's definitely an important part of the whole puzzle,
So it's fair to say exciting times ahead. Exciting times ahead for the Carlton Football Club.
No.
Still
a long way to go. Still a long way to go. So,
tough man.
It's a hard man to voice.
Nah, that's it. All right, listen, man.
Just passionate.
Mate, we're passionate, mate. And we're all passionate here, man. That's the whole thing, man. I wish I wasn't this passionate. I wish I was a Duffy, like who just didn't care. Like when, yay, every time we won and then I went away, but I'm not. I dream about it, man. That's
why bobblehead.
Tell me about it, man. Like, man, I buy stupid products, like I fucking got rolled with this one, like I'm fucking all over the place, man. I'm a dickhead. But look, I built a whole fucking studio, you know what I mean, just so we can talk about it. Like, what's wrong with me, mate?
If they win the flag, if they win a flag, they've got to bring the cup to your studio.
I think so.
I
think so. We'll work something out, man. But listen, Adam, thank you very much for jumping on, man. Always love your input, man. I was going to say give everything a plug, but I don't think you need a plug, man, because you're one of the stars. But anyway, give yourself a plug. It's back to the bench.
Very good.
From back to the bench. So my brother's in Phillip Island today, so he couldn't join on, so I took the reins. It's been,
I think you're the better one anyway.
You reckon? Yeah, that's what they always say, mate. Don't worry. So
I reckon.
Just don't cut that bit out so he doesn't see it. It's been a pleasure, Rocco, and talking to you lads. It's been a good evening. Very insightful, and appreciate your questions and opinions. So I guess we'll catch up again sometime soon.
100%, man. We'll definitely get you back in the studio and then we'll do something together. And when we win that premiership, we'll definitely do something together. Right?
Yeah, if it happens, we'll see how we go. Mate, don't twist my arm too much. Anyway.
Thanks, Adam.
Thanks,
Adam.
Thank you, bud.
What a star.
Nice chap.
Yeah.
Nice.
100%. No, 100%. Very good value, and he knows his football. And as I said, man, all three of them with Joseph and his brother too. Then they do some killer content, man. I actually get a lot of inspiration and ideas from them, man. They do some good stuff, So just continue on. The chat, mate, you've been great. I've been trying to get as many comments up as possible, but I was just zoned into this conversation, man. I was having a good time having this conversation, as I said, I've been doing this now for about 11 hours, man. Not straight, but I I did 7.5 hours yesterday on Carlton and now today too. So we'll move on, I suppose. We'll move on. What are we going to do? Is there anything else quickly we want to talk about in the AFL before we move to our games?
I don't think it's been
quiet.
It's like, you know, sometimes you get a number of things that could be happening. I mean, we could always sit there and talk about how the umpires get it wrong and how the AFL gets it wrong, but I think the big topic was VOSS, and you know, and I think it's fair to say that a lot of Carlton supporters are looking forward to a change. They're looking forward to something,
100%.
You know, and I think that's exciting. You know, it's like, you know, when a new season starts, and you know, you're always thinking, you know, another new season and so forth. And I think, going back to what you were saying, Rocco, that to be fair, I think that's what Graham Wright took away from you guys, the fact that you were looking forward to the start of a new season, and all of a sudden thinking to yourself, fuck, we've got him again, and how's it going to go? And of course, the proof is in the pudding. He's now 9 weeks later, and he's gone. So exciting times for the Carlton Football Club, and you know what? Let's watch this space. It'll be exciting. It will be exciting.
No, it's going to be good. I've been looking, and there's over 100. There's almost 120 people in the chat, and we got like 31 likes. Come on, people, man! What is wrong with you, man? You're a bunch of bloody losers, man. Push the fucking like button, mate. So yeah, no, it's definitely the circuit breaker we needed, and we just needed to move forward, man. It's time to move forward. If you think that, you know, like we can just continue on and you think something might happen, you're crazy, man. You can't keep doing the same thing and thinking you're going to get a different result, man. We needed to move on, right? We needed to move on. So I'm stoked. I am, seriously, I am like...
Great success.
It is
Nice.
Fantastic. And I was to do with Von. To tell you the truth, like I said before, I don't feel sorry for him. I don't care. You know what I mean? It's time to move on. Time to move on and make the Carlton Football Club great again. All I want, man. And it was time for a change. And, you know, let's get these leaders happening. Let's get the game plan. But I also think there's 2 or 3 more changes we have to do, bro. We've got to start. Like I told you that, you know, Kingsley and she's one of the board members, and you know, Greg Williams, and also think the president. I think, mate, I think there has to be a board challenge. I think there has to be a board challenge, because I just don't think they're the right people running the show. It's going to be hard. Someone's going to have to put up a ticket and all that, but we'll see how we go. But we're on the right track so far. We've done that. We got rid of Nick Austin. He's gone, the recruiter. So now we'll be getting a couple of new recruiters, which I'm happy about, because Augusta, I think his name was, also left a while back. So now hopefully they've got a couple in mind, and they put them in there, because there is a mid-season draft coming up. But yeah, so, but not so much for that. Let's get these people in there, and let's start working towards next year and what we're going to recruit. You know what I mean? And go out there and get these recruiters, get the new coach, get the assistants, work out what the game plan going to be, work out who's going to be there and who's not. This is perfect time. These 14 weeks now, perfect time. Who's going to be there, who's not. Play the kids, see who's ready, who's not, who wants to be there. You know what I mean? These old players like Zach Williams, McGovern, Saad. At the end of the year, man, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming, man. See you later. You know what I mean? It's time for a new era. You know
Sorry,
what I mean?
I was just a little bit sidetracked from the footy side of things. My attention was to the viewers again. They're talking about some clubs here.
I know. I noticed that there was a little bit of inflation we used to go to.
There's one in my head that I was thinking of, and I think it was Stuart, the Cat House. The Cat House.
Oh, the Cat House. Yeah, remember the Cat House?
The Metal nightclub. I used to go there every Saturday night without fail, mate. It was the best joint, mate. So the Cat House for me, if we're talking about clubs and nightclubs.
Bobby McGee's was a good one, man. We used to go to all these places.
The Cat House. Could not beat it, mate. Loved it.
Yeah, I love the Cat House. That was in that was it. Is that in Richmond? Was that in Richmond, or
that was in St Kilda? What, the
St Kilda? That's the one. We used to go there, man. That was good.
The Palais Theatre, next to Luna Park there.
Yes, that's right. Bombay Rock. Yeah, before Bombay Rock was before it became Metro, was the Bombay Rock. Man, that was my first over 18 disco I went to at 15 years old.
No, Rocco. It became it was the Bombay Rock. Then it became the Crush Club.
No, the Crush Club. You're right too. Metro was the one on the Russell Street.
The one
on Burke Street. Burke Street was
Burke Street. Yeah, that's right. Heat. You've got what was it? Heat, Metro. Yeah, all the good clubs.
Warehouse nightclub down in Sakil in South Yarra.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
75
if you'd seen me 35 years ago, mate, I had long hair all the way down to my ass, mate. That's what I can show you a picture of those days. Yep.
Can we see a picture?
And now
I can show you guys a picture. If I got a chance, I'll grab it. All right, boys. It's when I was in my
how about 20s. We do that? How about next week we all bring in pictures of when we were going out. I mean, for you, Liam, that's only fucking a year ago. Like, but
maybe when Liam went to kindergarten. Maybe when Liam went to kindergarten.
I'll tell you guys when I was in high school, I used to have big, long curly hair.
All right, let's do that. Everyone, next week we're gonna have pictures of us in our junior days. All right, Chevron was a good one. Chevron was a good one, man. That was a big one. All right, let's get in.
Sorry, Rocco. Before we move forward, just next week somebody told me that we may possibly be celebrating the big 100. Is that
next week? Is one tonight is 99. Next week is episode 100, and we'll all be together in the studio.
Wow!
Ready for that.
100 episodes, man. That's good effort by you guys.
Rocco and Manny for 100 shows.
I know. What about me, mate? He's fucking
poor bastards.
Poor bastards, mate. Far out. I feel sorry for you, mate.
Mate, can I just say, my son he's a Bruce McAvaney. Yeah, he does stats like there's no tomorrow, and after 199 episodes, we're sitting on just over 4,087 times. Rocco has told me to shut the fuck up.
Jeez.
Hey, don't worry, mate. That's going to keep growing,
another 100 earlier, mate.
That's going to keep growing, mate. That's going to keep growing, man. I'm telling you now, that'll keep growing because when I speak to you, it's like...
Come and listen to the idiot. Hey, everybody, the idiot's on.
All right, listen, guys. I think it's time to talk some other footy. The rivals round, and we might as well get into it. I mean, the first game was the Carlton-Brisbane game. What else do you want? I don't even know anymore what happened. It's irrelevant, this game. It didn't matter. We made a comeback. You know what I mean? So there was to me, it was the same game but swapped around. Instead of playing a good first half, we played a good second half. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it was the same shit. It was the same shit. They did okay. They did okay to come back and do a bit of effort. You know, we had a few players there playing well. You know, Newman and McGovern. I don't even know, man. We didn't even talk about it last night, man. It's no big deal. It really doesn't matter anymore. To tell you the truth, I wanted us to lose by 100 points so we can sack VOSS, but it ended up working out pretty good anyway. So there was a couple of good, I suppose. Yep, Lockie O'Neill, as I call him. Lockie O'Neill got the best on ground. So yeah, there's not much to say really, man. It's all about next week now. I'm actually, I was talking about not going to the games anymore until they make a change. I was going to make a stance with my feet and not go anymore. So I was probably not going to go to this game. But now I'm going to go. And now I feel a bit excited. You know what I mean? Because now, no matter what happens, if something good happens, I'm excited for the future. I know that Josh isn't going to be our senior coach, but it's still going towards. I want to see what the leaders are going to be doing. I want to see, you know, like we're definitely tomorrow night. Make sure you catch Selection Blues with Dylan and Zach, and because that's going to be interesting to see who comes in and out. I know that Ison is going to come in. He's a good little kid, man. This bloke, I think he can play footy. So he'll come in. I don't know what else they're going to do. So it'll be interesting to see who comes in, and it'll be interesting to see, I don't know, are they going to be freed up? Who knows? Who knows? I just got no idea, but it'll be, if we win, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to be singing the song or anything, but I'm going to be happy. If we win, like if we beat Brisbane, I wouldn't have been happy. It would have just been, oh, I don't give a fuck, because it means nothing to me. But if we win this one, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be like, you know what? Maybe we are in the right direction. I know it's only been 1 week, but now we can start working towards something. That's it.
Oh.
Let's move into the other games. I think you guys want to talk. I think Marco would want to be talking about this game. He would have been pretty happy. I was watching it. You had a chance there with like 10 minutes to go.
Yeah. Well, first you'd like to just congratulate Sullivan Ruby, mate, on winning the Round 9 Rising Star Award. So
he did.
This kid is going to be, I believe, our future captain, to be quite honest with you boys. So this guy would be a gun, an absolute gun. But I thought we played a lot better, guys, to be quite honest. And again, some really important inclusions in Mason Redmond, Nick Bryan, Perkins, Parrish, and Archie May there. So those boys coming back into the side just kind of stabled our team a little bit more. Look, we obviously were up by 26 points at one stage, 3/4 time. There was a crucial miss by Sullivan Ruby that would have got us up by 32 points. It was quite an easy shot at goal. So unfortunately, GWS was starting to get their momentum going, and once I saw that momentum coming, I just honestly believed that they were going to run us over, and they certainly did that. But it was a great effort, playing interstate again. And those 3 games that we played quite well was against Melbourne at the gather round, Gold Coast over there, and we obviously come close to GWS at home as well. So it might be just about playing interstate at this stage, having no real supporters there to support it. So there was. I'm not going to no excuses. I'm not going back to the umpiring, but there was a couple of crucial decisions that these umpires make that cost games, and they really ruined the game. Now, there was a centre ball up or throw up, whatever you want to call it these days. The umpire blew the whistle, said free kick, and I think Caleb Daniels had the ball straight out of the centre, kept running towards goal. Umpire said advantage, play on. Everyone stopped. Pretty much it was a goal. So that was a crucial decision by the umpire. I believe that they should have been called back, and the free should have gone back to the ruckman in the centre. Another crucial decision from the umpire was a GWS player in the forward pocket, and a crucial moment of the game as well, where the umpire fell on the GWS player, which obviously he didn't clear himself away, and it was just play on, and Toby Green just quite easily grabbed the ball and kicked the goal. That should have been, again, either paid a free kick against that GWS player, or it should have been re-thrown up. Okay? So crucial decisions are going to cost games, and I've always said this, it's going to cost a final. But, at the end of the day, we still didn't get the points. But it was a close game, and those decisions can make a massive difference to the outcome. So 2 crucial decisions. I believed they were wrong decisions, and, we went down by a couple of goals, which could have been a lot different. So all in all, pretty proud, but not overly convinced. And, we just have to wait and see how we go for next week. But a much, much better effort than what we have been seeing the last couple of weeks.
Manny Costco been going at you a few he reckons. Look at Mark. He's so excited over a loss.
Yeah, well, it was a bit better loss than what the Pies had on the weekend. That really got shown a bit of a...
We'll talk about them in a
those
sec.
Blokes from Maui, mate, they copped a bit of a belt, mate, which they deserved.
We'll talk about them in a second.
Mark, you mentioned how you made some changes. You're happy with the players that you brought in, and I'm really glad that you mentioned that, because you actually said it last week. You said let's swing the axe, let's move some players, and you made 6 changes. Is that is that the thing going forward that you want to see? Because
that's exactly right, mate. And I was going to talk
about before you go, the big one was sorry. Before you go, to answer that,
I know who you're going to say.
You dropped Mackay.
Yep. And I was going to mention that for next week's game as well. But and there are some more players that I believe that we should be throwing back in next week. It just stabled the side a little bit more, a bit of experience coming back in, but not they need to play all together every week. We're still getting injuries, to be quite honest. I mean, we're still losing a lot of players. And Keiko, obviously, Sharp got injured. He was starting to really show some form in the midfield.
Yeah, he was. He's a good player.
So he got 6 to 8 weeks. So all of a sudden, once these players start playing a bit of good football, for some reason they bloody get injured again. Ridley was another. So I still believe we've got the cattle. We've still got a young side, but if we can have those players consistently playing together every week, we'll win more games than what we'll lose.
I've got 2 questions for you. First of all, thoughts on the banner. I don't know what happened. What was on the banner? Does anyone know?
Since the last
the Giants banner. It was something to do with the positives and negatives of them. I got to search it.
All right, search it. Was it something to do with the whiteboard, was it?
Yeah, something to do with that.
All right.
It could have been.
Really...
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. I mean, that's just bullshit. I mean,
I've got it.
It
was Essendon's strengths and weaknesses, and it had nothing for strengths and for weaknesses. It had 7,916 days.
Exactly. I mean, why put that on? Honestly, that is just absolutely baby bullshit fucking crap, mate. Honestly, the professionals. You can't understand. I don't understand that, mate. At the end of the day, how can I understand that shit? What would you want to put that on? Might as well say next week, Vossi's gone. What a dickhead. Now Carlton they're not gonna win a flag for another 30 years.
No, but what I'm saying is this is just the cheer squad. Like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Like, they're a bunch of the cheer squads are normally just a bunch of nuffies. They got nothing to do, man. They think it's something. This is them. This has got nothing to do with the club.
Worry about their own club, mate. You know what I mean? Don't worry about anyone else's club. Worry about
I know. They're having a bit of fun. Like, I don't really bother reading the banner, but this is between them, So they had a bit of fun with it. Like, I didn't see it, so I'm just. This is the first I've heard of it, But, fair enough. Fair enough. You know what that does do. It gives a little bit of fire for next time. You know what I mean?
Like, which it did the week before with Brisbane. So it's fired us up for the week after. So keep it going if they like. But I think it's just a bit immature. I don't think it's needed in football, mate. We know we're not stupid.
And one more thing before we go on to the colleague scum there. When is Scott now going to get sacked?
Look, I'm going to be quite frank here, boys. All right, and Rocco as well. I'm going to tell you the difference.
Why did you say boys and Rocco?
Wait, what?
It's got to do with Carlton a little bit as well. I'm going to tell you the difference between Carlton and Essendon.
Rocco's not a boy.
Carlton, the Spuds, and Essendon here. Yeah, Carlton, their best football when they play their best football. They can't even beat average sides, and not even that. They can't even get close to the top sides, right? So,
which is funny because we've been. Wait a second, that's funny because we've been in front nearly on every game.
Yeah.
So,
and
we've only just lost. We haven't lost by 100.
No,
we haven't lost by 60.
No,
we haven't lost by any of that. So that's funny.
Right. This is my point, Rocco. My point is that Carlton's best game will not beat an average side at this stage. With Essendon, we've seen glimpses of how good they can play. And if they can put that together and play good football to that level, they will win more games than what they will lose. So what I'm trying to say is
that doesn't make sense, man, because that doesn't make sense because we're playing the top sides and we're just losing. What are you talking about?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So your best
how can our footy not beat average size, but we're keeping up with the top and we're in front?
Yeah, but what I believe is that your best football that you play will not beat an average side.
That doesn't make sense, man.
Yeah.
That does not make sense. If we are competing with the best side, how can that even make sense, man? Seriously.
You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Do you understand what you're saying?
We've seen glimpses of Essendon's best football.
And you haven't seen, wait a sec, and you haven't seen glimpses of Carlton.
No,
We've
Carlton
won
played-
more. Do you know where, in
Carlton played their
quarters?
best football.
Wait, shut up. In quarters one, we are like third on the ladder. On quarter, how can you? I'm not saying we're any
That's
good.
right.
Don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is, you are saying that Essendon is doing better. Like, that is phenomenal.
No. We haven't seen Essendon play their best football. And once we do play our best football, we'll win more than what we lose. Carlton have already played their best football, and they can't beat those average sides. That's what I'm trying to refer to. You've played
What
your best
average sides are keeping up
nothing
with
else
the
more to give.
best?
Carlton have got nothing else more to give. That's their best that they can play, and they still can't beat these average sides. That's the
Before
difference.
Manny, I said this about you, but unfortunately, we're going to.
Can I just say that of all the idiots in all the idiot villages, in all the idiot worlds, you stand alone, my friend.
Seriously, you know what, Mark? I wish I never asked that question because you were doing so well, and now you've just got everyone saying like, bro, they're just
Come
saying,
and listen to the idiot. Hey, everybody, the idiot's on.
Oh no!
What was I listening to there? That was the worst thing. Please, let's move on before you dig a bigger hole, man. You know who you remind me of? Abby Chatfield. Like, just shut up, because the more you talk, the bigger hole you dig. Like, just quietly,
Rocco,
man.
guess what? It's just going to get better now.
Shut up.
Like, seriously, man. Stop digging the holes, man. Like, seriously, you're doing so well. You're doing so well too. We'll move on to the next game. This one here, there was just no contest here, man. This talk about not being able to keep up with the sides, and I mean, they just ate you up. So yeah, 68-22, they pretty much just killed you from woe to. I didn't actually watch it. I was just keeping up with the scores, but I saw that they slowly got away, and then by the end of it, yeah. Manny?
Yeah, no, it's fair to say, Rocco, before I start with talking about the game, just going back a little bit with what Mark said about seeing glimpses, and he's been seeing glimpses for the last 20 years. He's been seeing glimpses, and that's the little glimpses that he keeps seeing, and that's why these little glimpses are the only hope they've got moving forward, because it's little glimpses. There was an old bloke I remember years ago. He was 90 years old. And all of a sudden, he had glimpses that he was about to have a mongrel, and then realised that he was having a piss, and his penis got bitten by a mosquito, and that was the only glimpse of any hope of having that. So this is Rocco now. This is Marco saying glimpses. Fuck's sake, Mark. Sit back in your little fucking cage. Don't worry about sitting there saying about Collingwood.
They've lost 4 games by more than 60 points.
Make me laugh.
Now let's just say, right now, I can tell you that I, as a Collingwood supporter, I'm very disappointed, because I think where the biggest focus at the moment has been, and many, you could correct me if I'm wrong here, but the biggest problem I've seen at the moment is that we've been blown out of the water. There's no way in hell we can turn around and even pretend that we could be maybe contenders moving forward. Yeah, there's no hope of that happening at the moment. But I think what we need to do is we need to get this Pendlebury legend of the game, legend for football club. But I think what we need to do right now is we need to get that out of the way and then focus on the rest of the year. Yeah, because I think it's fair to say that at the moment, do we rest him? Do we not rest him? Do we do this? Do we do that? And right now, we are where we're sitting, and I can tell you, we are at no level whatsoever to be competing with the top 6 teams. And that's fair to say. Geelong they just made things look so simple. They absolutely destroyed our defence. They were just doing whatever they wanted, especially in that second half. They were just doing everything they could. And credit to them, they thought, right, the only way we're going to try and slow things down is let's take down the number 1 gangster in the game at the moment, and that's Nick Dacos, and that's what they did. They put players on him, they tagged him. Even though he ended up getting 29 touches, Were they 29 touches that would influence the game? No. So it's fair to say that we are definitely, if we were sitting in the middle, we've now dropped down at least 3-4 levels. I think we're a tier 3 side at the moment, and I think we've got the next 5-6 weeks to try and change things around. But at the moment, it just seems to be this, Pendlebury, we're going to rest him. Pendlebury, we're going to look forward to his breaking the record. We're going to, what jumper is he going to be wearing, the colours and this and that. And you know what? Sometimes we've got to think about that's bigger than that, and I'm not taking it away from Pendlebury because he's a great ambassador of the game, but we need now to say, right, you know what? Let's either start playing and moving forward to try and get things right, or we're going to be sitting there and we're going to be saying, well, you know what, it was the year that it was. And I'm sort of at the moment, really disappointed. The way we played against Geelong has proven to us that we are way back. That's all I can say. So
we got before I get Mark, probably want to say something to you. Manny, the Mannies are sticking together. Spot on, Manny. Good job, Ray. Good job, Ray. And then I've got one here from Magpie Army. I know we're crap, but we've played all the top 5s and one at the bottom. And I don't get that comment. And so what? It just shows that you're no good. It just shows that you can't keep up with the top 5 side. That's all that shows.
I know what I mean? But the best football Collingwood could play. What we saw last week, I reckon that's the best football that they can play. So.
Again, with this best football, you're like an analyst, man. You know that what the best football is for everyone.
So you think, Manny, honestly, Pendlebury, fantastic, great achievement. But do you think that once they get him out the way, like once they fuck him off and just go, all right, you've played your 399,000th game, then Collingwood will start like rebuilding, or they might start playing better footy? Or
I think the word rebuilding is not a word that we need to be using at the moment.
You'll play better football again.
And I think that you're definitely one person that would know what the word rebuilding is.
No, I'm asking you the question, man. Don't refer back to Essendon. I'm just asking you the question. Do you think that once you've got him out the way, right? Listen to the question. Once you've got him out the way, like you were saying, that you think that the Collingwood are going to start playing their best football and would be more competitive and be contending, or do you think you'll just go back to being the geriatrics?
No. Look, geriatrics got nothing to do with it.
I believe it. I believe it.
Geriatrics got nothing to do with it because if you're comparing Geelong is a mixed team, and it's a team that's got a number of senior players there. It's all about momentum, and it's all about getting it right. And at the moment, it's fair to say that we were taught a lesson. Geelong has brought us back to earth, because it's fair to say that the game against Hawthorn, you can't really take anything away from Collingwood because we played a great game. Our kicking was very good. I mean, our inside 50s were more than Geelong's. On the weekend, it was just our accuracy, our kicking wasn't the best, and this is where you've got to start taking advantage of these moments. And I'm not saying that. And at the moment, like I said, we are a tier 3 side, a tier 3 side, and and it's probably games like these that really will hit home, and it'll make us think about where we need or what we need to do move forward. Now, the question is, will things change? I really hope they do. But at the moment, to me, it's just, what are we doing? Are we playing footy? Are we more interested in the Pendlebury thing? I just don't know. So, you know what? Watch this space. But at the moment, very disappointing. Very disappointing.
I'll give you a statistic there, Manny. So a couple of weeks ago when you played Geelong, you didn't have the older players. You didn't have Jeremy Howe. You didn't have Pendlebury. I think there was when you played Hawthorn, you didn't have more. You didn't have more. So you had a younger playing list on that game, and they actually performed. Now you've brought them back in. Watching the game, I noticed that you're a lot slower, and Geelong's not that really quick, to be quite honest.
I'll go back to something.
Peter Rabbit. So
I'll go back to
that's the problem, Manny. What's happening is that your list is too old, man. You've got 14 players that are over 30 years old.
Yeah. Look, I'll go back to what Rocco has many times said to me, right? That at the end of the day, regardless of whether you take players out to rest them, or you take players out because they're injured or they're carrying an injury or something, the moment they are good to come back, you're going to bring them back. Yeah. Now, at the end of the day, sure, there are players there that are sort of at an age where, one would think, it's time for them to maybe give up the game, maybe move on, etc. But at the end of the day, you can't take away the one thing that these players have, and that's experience. Let's not forget, 3 weeks ago, Pendlebury ended up winning an ASAC medal because he dominated the game. So it doesn't really matter. I think it's all about the experience. You look at Sidebottom. He's a machine. That kid gets in there and he plays his heart out. So sure, the older you get, you will slow down. But at the moment, I think this is an opportunity for a lot of these young kids that are coming in, who are having this moment to play up against
that's my point,
games like Sidebottom, Gowie, Howe. This is moments. You're going to tell me that a lot of these young boys that are going to come and play, and they know they're going to be playing with Cripps. And I can tell you right now, Cripps is a double twin premier medalist and Brownlow medalist, and he's a captain. He's the foundation of the Carlton Football Club. You're going to tell me that these young players coming in are not going to be sitting there thinking to themselves, they're going to be thinking to themselves, I'm in awe. I'm actually playing against someone that I've probably have been admiring as a kid, and now all of a sudden I've got this opportunity to play. So you can't take that away from them.
I'm not taking that away. Man,
and this is the way. This is their way. Well, hang on, Mark.
Talking about 15 players that are over 30 years old, mate, not just half a dozen or two.
That's like what. You know what? These are players that are coming in and out. They're resting them. They're preserving the players. They're bringing them in and out. We've got a lot of young boys that are coming in that are starting to show, that they're capable of moving slowly to that next level. And and I think it's fantastic. By the way, are we competing for? Are we at the moment talking about Premiership footy? No. I said this at the start of the season. Where would I think we'd finish? I said we'd probably finish 10th if we're lucky. At the moment, we are where we are. And Geelong certainly brought us back to earth. And, you can't hide behind the truth. The fact is that, maybe this is where we need to start thinking about the fact that, right, maybe this year's forget it. Maybe the next couple of years we need to start by slowly slowly getting the geriatrics out of there, and then start putting the younger boys in, and it's all about rebuilding. So, sure. You'd like to see a premiership every year. You'd like to see finals football every year. And I'm not complaining as a Collingwood supporter. No, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
I've got a question.
On a serious note, honestly, I just believe that they're leaving that little bit too long. Collingwood, that might come back and bite them in the ass. I'm not having a go about the older players. Yeah, they're fantastic to have experienced players, but I just believe that you've got too many on your list, and you're still holding on to these players. Get rid of some of them, trade them for other players, because you've got still a little bit of life in those players. But you're leaving it for those
players. What do you?
Well, you get nothing. That's even worse.
They'll get nothing.
That's even worse.
We got from the Warble. He looks like a Collingwood supporter. Sidey. Okay, he doesn't watch the game, he reckons. So you didn't watch the game. Ask him how Sidey played on Saturday and where did he play. He's asking you, Manny. Are you looking it up, are you?
No. I'll be honest with you, Rocco. I didn't.
He's playing on the side near his bottom.
I didn't get a chance to watch the game live because I was at work, and then I watched some part of the replay. But the point I'm trying to get is that you're going to get players like Sidebottom who are going to have their good days. I mean, look at Degoe. Degoe 5 weeks ago was nowhere to be seen. Okay, he was nowhere to be seen. But don't forget that Degoe 4 or 5 weeks ago was nowhere to be seen, and he was one of the best on ground for Collingwood which, at the end of the day, it's, this is where we're going to have hot and cold moments. I'm not saying that we're contenders, nowhere near contenders at the moment. And I'm not going to say we're pretenders, but what I'm saying is that we need to make some changes to be able to go up there and compete against teams like Geelong, because Geelong at the moment, they just make things look so simple. So,
all right, let's move on because enough about
Well,
it.
Manny.
But I just want to say one more thing. They are saving Pendlebury this week because they want to play them against West Coast, because they want to make sure. So it does sound like they are more favouring the individual honour than actually where they should be. So it does look like, you can say whatever you want, but that they know they're doing that. It's not about resting him or any of that. But I like to say one more thing. There was someone on social media, Black and White, who puts out a post and says, talks about, and then he just mentioned how all Carlton, and I wanted Mark to be here when I said this. I don't know why he walks off, man. I don't know why he walks off. Man, if you're having a puff, I don't understand why you got to do it. You can't hold off for 2 hours. Man, seriously. But he did mention that all Carlton, Richmond and Essendon supporters are all peasants. What do you think about that? There, Liam. He called all of us peasants. A Collingwood supporter called us peasants. And then he said that we all must bow to the king. Yeah. Can I just say something, please,
who's the king?
Bow to the king, man. He's not even in the top 50 in the whole league overall of footballers, let alone bow to the king. Are you serious, bro?
Who's the king? Who are we referring to as the king?
I would just say, don't let social media get to your head, bro. Don't let social media get to your head. What do you reckon about that? Calling us supporters, calling us peasants. Did you hear that, Mark?
What's that, Bello?
A social media guru out there by Black and White.
Sorry, Rocco. Excuse me for a minute. I've got someone knocking on the door. Excuse me for a minute. I'm sorry.
Gino.
Just finished calling us all Essendon, Richmond and Carlton supporters peasants.
Fuck.
Yeah. And we should all bow. We should all bow to Pendlebury. That's what he said. What do you reckon?
No, that's not right, man. So we're peasants. What? Why?
We're peasants.
Why?
All you peasants bow to the king, he says.
You know what? I'm going to chat a little bit about stuff that I do at work, because as you guys know, I'm at the MCG this year, and they give us data and feedback about fans. Do you know who they say the worst ones are? Collingwood. And this isn't just me saying it because I hate them. These are like my managers and supervisors saying, we've got data, and from what we've been told and from what we've seen at games, Collingwood fans are the worst. When I worked at the Collingwood Hawthorn game the other day, we had 2 people booted out. 2 Collingwood fans booted out of the game. I haven't seen anyone else kicked out in my few shifts.
They did. But
we're the peasants. We're the bad behaving ones. I don't know. I sit with Richmond fans on Sunday.
He's all right, mate. If you're listening,
fans have been pretty good. But yeah. Look,
if you're listening, Black and White, give me a call, man. I'm happy to chat to you, man. I don't know if he wants to talk to a peasant. Maybe he doesn't talk to peasants. Right,
we're talking about Black and White United here, are we?
Yeah, that's it. He put out the post, so yeah.
Bit harsh.
What do you reckon? Bit harsh. Anyway, let's move on. I don't know if we can move on because really, I don't know how much we're just peasants. Why are people even on here listening to a bunch of peasants?
Well, I don't know, mate. 101 people. You're interested in peasants?
Rocco, here's a question that's been asked. How many times this year have we all ended up being losers?
This year would be
I reckon it'd be 3 or 4 times already. I reckon.
On the same
maybe 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, I'm going to say four times
No,
in
but
the same week.
hey, listen, we weren't all losers this week, man. We got rid of VOSS.
Great success.
Very nice.
Have you got that stat, Manny? Is it or?
No, that was just someone texted me on my phone and said I just realised that you are all losers this week, and I'm thinking myself, okay, thank you very much.
I'm determined to go through and find out. Wait, Manny, can I ask you?
This is true, peasants. Shit runs down Johnson Street. You know, the shit runs down Johnson Street. It starts at Carlton and it runs past the Johnson Street. Do you know that?
It starts at Essendon, mate.
It starts at Essendon and then it goes all the way down and it runs down fucking Smith Street, mate. So, or Johnson Street. So, there you go. Nah, it's all good, man. I
wanted to ask Manny the question. Are we peasants? Should we all be respecting you, Collingwood people? Are we the dodgy
that's
ones?
true, because you're part of that. You're part
Manny?
of that black and white United.
You're in the elite, right?
Can I first and foremost say that the people, the genuine people of the Collingwood Football Club, they're hard workers, mate. They're people that go out there and make an honest living. So these are good people. So I don't know what you're talking about, arrogancy and all that kind of stuff, because that's something that doesn't exist with the Collingwood Football Club, mate. We're down to earth people who some of us work just to be able to get to the dentist to get some false teeth and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And after the budget, of course, that this government has released, there's going to be 4.5%, and I can tell you that 3% of that will probably be us Collingwood supporters. So give us some credit, yeah? Give us some credit. So
I want to hear from one of my favourite people, Manny Costco, all the way from Greece. Is it all right, or you're going to block me from Messenger? You don't want to talk to peasants anymore. I just want to say, are we still good, Manny, or what? What's going on, Manny Costa? I got to know, man. I got to know now. I'm feeling a bit down on myself, man. I don't know if I'm starting to I'm starting to now start and think things over again.
I don't think much of Collingwood, and if they don't think much of me, that's all right.
That's the way. I love it. Nah, this is the way we can do. All right, let's go to the next one. It's all good fun and games. You guys kept up for a little bit. At one stage, you were in front, and then they went. So it was pretty similar with all our three sides. We kind of all look like possibly have a chance to win, but all failed at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, look, so I was at the game. It wasn't too bad, you know. You're spot on. We were up at halftime, playing some pretty good footy, which is what I said I wanted. By no means did I think we were going to come in and win this game, but I was like, I want to see a bit of a continuation, you know, a bit more, back up the good performance from the week before. And I think we did that for the most part. First half was really good. I thought we moved the ball well. Maybe didn't take as many of our chances, but thought we were actually pretty restrictive to Adelaide, made it hard for them to score, and it got us in front. Third quarter, though, switched off. I think we scored 1 point for the whole quarter, which wasn't great. Adelaide just were clearly like, all right, you've had your bit of fun. We need to get this win. We're going to put the foot down. That's how it looked. You know, we just kind of stopped running, stopped trying. I think the only good thing was in the fourth quarter, at least we started up again. Because the pattern that's been this year has been we get down to the we have that bad quarter or we have that bad period where they just put a ton of goals on us and then we don't respond. So at least we actually got through and we responded a bit this time. At least we were kind of all right. Look, you've challenged us. You've kicked our butt in the third quarter, but we're going to fight back. We're going to come through and get back. So that was a really positive thing to see. Again, I think couple of real consistent performers for us. I've got to highlight. I think Noah Bolton moving into the ruck, more up the ground has been fantastic. Jack Ross, he was a guy who I thought took a step up into our best 22 last year. And this season, I reckon he'd be near our BNF, to be honest. He's been fantastic. Nick Boston as well, doing a great job too. I didn't mention him last week. I should have, but Tom Burton, another young guy, he's working really well. But but that's the game. If I can, I did want to speak a bit about our injury crisis that we're having at the moment, if that's all right with you guys.
Yeah, go for it. You did mention that you wanted to talk about that because it's starting to run thin there, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And I'll get your point of view. Just so basically, the way it stands at the moment, granting we've got the guy coming back, Caleb Smith, who hasn't played in the AFL team at all this year. If he passes a fitness test this week, we would have 26 available players. If he doesn't, we only have 25 available players. So that's the 23 selected and 2 out of 3 emergencies. So there's that is a huge issue right there. That's really bad. So obviously we had a couple more injuries out of the game. Tom Brown, broken arm. Yeah, right, you can't really do much about that.
No, you can't do much about that.
Kane McAuliffe came out of that game. Kane McAuliffe's he's been one of our best players the last 2 or 3 weeks as well. Came through in training, reported a sore Achilles. He's now going to miss. Sound familiar? Who else had a sore Achilles the week before? Sam Lawler. He's out for 8 to 12 weeks. Ryan Mansell, round 1, same thing. Sore Achilles. Haven't seen him since round 1. So there's a little bit of a pattern. Some other players that we're managing. Our captain, Toby Nankervis, hamstring injury. Was projected to come back this week. Came out yesterday. Oh, he was a bit sore. He hurt himself. He's now projected out for another 4 to 5 weeks. So that's really not good. Young players, same thing. Josh Smiley. You guys are probably thinking, who's this? He's meant to be a gun player. We've never seen him. Why? Because he keeps getting injured. Same thing. He was building back, getting ready to come back. Oh, he's done another tear in his quad that we've been working on. We may not see him for the rest of the season at all. This isn't just bad luck. This is a pattern, and this is poor management that I'm seeing. So, I mean, like, examples with those last 2 players, Nankervis and Smiley, is this has been poorly managed on how their rehabilitation and their training and return to players come. Nankervis was meant to be returning to play this week, and now, because we've not managed him properly, he's re-injured his hamstring, and he's going to be out for another month. That's poor. Josh Smiley, he's a young guy. He's put in his faith in the system. He's worked hard to get his opportunity, but the club's not looking after him. He's suffered another injury, another setback again. So our high-performance team definitely needs to be looked at. Maybe also the selectors as well, with the players that we've picked up, mentioning those young players. Sam Lawler, that's his second big injury since he's joined us. By the time he gets back, over his first 2 years, he would have spent more time on the sidelines than he would have actually spent out on the field. Sam Cumming, young guy coming in our team. He's played 3 games, but started the season, he hurt himself in the preseason with his shoulder injury, something that he had prior to being selected. And now we're talking about getting him in at the end of the season for his shoulder reconstruction. Well, why are we necessarily picking a player like that? Todd Chotton, another one. I thought Todd Chotton was going to have a brilliant year this year, injured at the start of the season. What about his draft year? Same thing. Everyone was saying he was potentially top 3, top 5 player, but he was injured during his draft year. We still took the chance on him. Has it worked so far? I think he's played 6 or 7 games. We haven't seen him roll this season. So this isn't just bad luck anymore. This isn't, injuries, that's why we're not playing well. Yeah, obviously it's going to impact our performance. But this comes down to the system, the high-performance people, and the people that are put in charge of protecting our players and looking after them. That's all. Well, not happy. Mate, what do you guys think?
Very, very similar to what happened to the Bombers last year, mate. Injuries after injuries. So we're in that kind of familiar situation. So that needs to improve, mate, because that's put us back, I reckon, a good 12 months as well, having those injured players all year. So they need to smarten up on that, mate, quite quickly, because you don't want your players off the ground. You want them playing consistently every week. So it might hold you back another 12 months, I reckon, with the Tigers, mate, knowing that you've got all these injuries.
You're spot on, mate. But the biggest problem is that it's not that it's just this year. This is a pattern. We struggled a bit last year. 2024 was the exact same thing. We were making half a dozen changes every single week. And you're spot on. How are we going to get better if we're changing our side every week and we can't actually get games into these people, we can't get games into our young kids, we're not going to get better. And like I've said, I can whinge about, we didn't win because it's injuries, but I'm whinging about the fact of what are we actually doing to manage this? Why is this still a big problem? Why?
How many debutants this year? How many debutants this year, Liam?
This year you would have had
so far.
Burton, Retcho, Cumming, Grill. I think there was someone else. 4, 5.
So 4 or 5, and we're not even halfway through. So it's very similar again to Essendon last year. We had about 14 debutants. So opportunities for them to get a game, but they're also getting injured as well once they're playing a couple of games. So they're getting injured also.
We had Sam Grill. He was named into our team, and then he was named as a late out, managed, I think, an hour or two before the game. Which again is fair, but then we're basically saying we've only got 26 fit players for available. It's not good enough.
And I agree. Like, forget about injuries costing you games. What you were saying is it's not about that. I'm not making excuses. What I'm saying is why are we getting so many injuries? And forget about the broken arm. The broken arm, well, we can't stop that. That's going to happen. But the other one where there's soft tissue injuries and they're recurring injuries. What's going on there? This is 2 out of 3 years. I think it was 2 years ago you had the same sort of problems where you kept falling over and you only had 23, 24, 25 people to choose from, and you're doing it again and already in round 9. So what you're saying now is what's going on? So the question is it training? Is it your fitness guy? What is it? Why are they getting these recurring injuries? And the other one is, why recruiting people that seem to be like injury prone, So they're the questions, aren't they?
Exactly, yeah. And it's like what I said. It starts from the top. Who's making these decisions? Who's actually putting these training programs in place? If a player's got a hamstring injury, if you have to wait an extra week or 2 to get him back to full fitness, that's fine. But now, and maybe I'm just speculating here, I don't know, but maybe we've rushed someone like Nankervis. Remember, he's an older player. He's played 10 plus years in the system. He needs that extra time to get back to full fitness. Flip side, with a younger player, like they're putting their trust in your system. You're talking about an 18, 19-year-old kid who's just walked in, brand new to the system. They're thinking, we'll do what we're told by our high performance staff or our physios because we don't know any better, and they're failing them, and they're failing our club because everyone else is paying the price now. So there's definitely in terms of whose head should be gone or whose head should be under the pump
on the chopping block.
Club, it's those people. I'm looking straight at the high performance staff and the physios and all those people. Why are you not getting our team prepared for the rigors of AFL? Why do we keep getting reoccurring injuries? Why are these problems happening?
Listen, man. You know what I love? I don't know if I've turned you guys into this, but I love when you ask questions of the club, man. There's no holding back here, man. Like, what is the problem here? Why are we doing this, man? We need answers. I'm not happy about this. I love it.
I'm not, man. It's just not acceptable. Like, how
exactly?
Like, that's your job. That's what you're paid to do.
Exactly.
You're meant to be looking after our athletes. That's your sole purpose.
So and you can't get it right.
All these injuries, man. Oh no, winds me up.
No,
maybe I've got the Rocco influence in me.
No, well, you know what?
Bit of that rant going,
man. I want answers too, man. If we're getting a recurring injuries or we keep doing the same thing, man, what's going on? Why are other clubs, like, especially when they're recurring, like soft tissue and all that, like, you're going like, what's going on? Like, they shouldn't be getting injured like that. You know what I mean? Like, especially a young side too. You know what I mean? Like, you can understand like a bunch of geriatrics, like Mark says with Collingwood, but they're older, so older players tend to possibly get more injuries. But as far as the young people, and you know what? Richmond too, man. Like, yeah, all right. So you've got a young side. hey, still not good enough. Like how long do we wait? So good on you. I like it.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I like it. All right, listen, we'll go straight into I reckon this one. Well, we have got a ladder, Manny. If you wanna actually get involved in the show, we have got a ladder. Round 9.
I was looking at the AFL, the VFL lineup for these poor bastards, the Tigers, and they're not looking good at all. But that's just the way it goes. And what can we say? It's a sad moment for Carlton, Essendon, and Richmond. The three big clubs sitting on the bottom there. They're scraping the bottom of the barrel. But do not despair, Carlton supporters, because change is coming, and change is coming for the good. Now, Mark, I don't know why you're smiling, mate, because you still got that Scott, that reject from North Melbourne who can't do fuck all, Your Honour.
I've got glimpses, mate. I've got glimpses.
It was good to see that, at least you guys are still saying that you're just, every day you're improving. I don't know what you're improving. But anyway, let's talk about the Swans. The Swans are looking hot at the moment. They are hot, and they got one superstar, a Carl reject by the name of Kerno, who's all the money. He's all the money he is, and the wild card that Fremantle.
He's done okay, and get me wrong, he's still a good player up there, but he's not the one killing it for him. It's everyone else, man. Like
he's taken away a defender as well. He's taken away.
He's a tall target, and but look, no despair there. You can see that Hawthorn, they've been sort of knocking on that top 4 door for the last couple of years. The Lions are back again. There's a team that had Collingwood not beaten them, they would have had 3 and probably playing for 4 in a row this year. But it's a long way to go. And of course, the other big surprise is North Melbourne. I mean, I was surprised they've got 4 wins, and of course, the $1 million team, the Saints. The Saints are looking like they may perhaps get there, but I reckon at the end of the day, it'll be no fucking cigar for that coach. I don't know about you guys, but I don't really like the Sakilda coach. I reckon he's got no fucking personality. Actually, you know what? I'd rather watch paint dry than watch the way Sakilda Football Club plays. But anyway, I'm not going to brag too much. The Mighty Pies, they're still in the top 10. Is there such a thing as a top 10? They're still in the top 10. That was my prediction at the start of the year, so they kept me proud. And let's look forward to round 10. Back to you, okay?
I like it. What a thing. And we just got Petra Khan. Petra Khan, one of the stars of TJP. He was there at the Sporting Globe. We love Petra Khan. Kerno, 20 goals. McGovern, 19 goals. Go, McGovern. You know he's the 4th most, I think the 4th best forward in the fucking comp or something, or he's fucking right up there. McGovern, a reject, who was delisted and was in our back line, is our best forward. Go, McGovern, mate. Fucking are we fucking smart, huh? You do believe our 2 top goal kickers, right, are backmen. McGovern and Kemp. Well done, Blues. Well done to you. Let's have a look at next week, man. The first game to be played looks like it's Sydney. We're just talking about the big gun there. And Collingwood. They'll be playing on, it looks like, is that Thursday night or Friday night? I don't know.
I'm sure it's another doubleheader Friday.
Oh, it's a doubleheader Friday, all right. So, 7:30 at the SCG. Looks like Collingwood leaving a couple of players out again, getting ready for the next week against West Coast. Easy beats. Sydney are just flying. What do you reckon, Manny?
Yeah, look, I think it's going to be a tough ask from the Magpie Army, from the team itself to do something. I think we need the Magpie Army. We need that extra support. Look, we tend to travel fairly well. We tend to be good travellers, but, sometimes, these fairy tales of travelling can be sort of a bit too hard for us. I think at the moment, the way Swans are playing, they're just playing this really, really nice type of style of football. It's going to be a big ask. I couldn't see us, especially the way we played against Geelong. It's going to be we have to do something really big to change things around. I think it's fair to say that we're not going to do much against Sydney, and I think it's going to be a tough affair. So I think it's fair to say that if Collingwood loses by less than 20 points, I think it'll be a good result. I know it's not a win. You'd like to get the win, and you know what? I hope we bounce back, but at the moment, I think it's a bit hard. Thanks,
Chronicles. Why? Like, you can't just say we'll bounce back. Why? You've got players out. You're traveling to Sydney. You're playing top of the table, and you're going to bounce back.
Because they're not playing the geriatrics. That's why.
I might have to jump on your after the game bloody stream there, Army Chronicles, and I might have to have a bit of a word to you, bro. Look at the bottom. All right, so that was pretty good. I like this. I could see a few people doing some research there. You kind of know what's going on. It'll be interesting to see who's in and out of those teams. Next one will be this one. Will be interesting now. Now this becomes an interesting game to see with the caretaker coach. So we got the Blues. We're playing on Saturday night, 7:35 at the Marvel Stadium. So tomorrow night, make sure you catch Selection Blues with Dylan and Zach, and they will tell you all the ins and outs live on the TJP channel. We got more fucking shows than Foxtel at the moment. If you just call him, we just got a new show on Monday. So I don't know what's going on, but we've got a few channels, a few shows on now. But so that's going to be an interesting game. It'd be just interesting to see what we pull out, what happens, how the coach, or what players, all that. It's all just going to be interesting. I just want to see, as I said, do they play with a bit more freedom? You know, is there some coaching? Is there some is there some selections that we're going to see tomorrow that are going to surprise us? So it's all of that, and then see. And I think it's going to give Carlton fans a little bit more of a, like a little bit of a rev up for Saturday night. I'll definitely be a little bit more pumped to see where they're at. And we didn't play too bad in that second half, so we can bring that form across. Good chance. I mean, the doggies are a bit hit and miss. When they're on, they're on. They look like fucking. At the start of the year, they look like they were going to win the premiership. They look a bit shaky, but English does come back this week. I still think. I don't know now. I thought I picked doggies to win, and I'll once I make my tips, I won't change them. But I would not be surprised if the Blues win this week. Yeah, so I would not be surprised because unlike what Mark says, we actually play good footy for a period of time. The problem is we don't do it enough. So we can actually, if they keep saying, if you can keep doing that for 4 quarters, the problem is, can you do it for 4 quarters? I mean, it's easy to say, can you do it for 4 quarters? We can't do it for 4 quarters. That's the problem. We actually fall away periods of the game, and they punish us in those 30, 40 minutes, you know what I mean? So, and then outside of that, we actually beat them in a lot of areas, you know what I mean? So hopefully the new coach, the caretaker coach, gives them a little bit of a rev up, and we get it up for the fans, Manny.
Come on,
do it for the fucking fans this week.
Do it for the fans. You know what? The fans. I think the fans are going to be. I mean, they're already happy. They're already over the moon about VOSS going. I think it'd be nice. It'd be nice to see them do it for the fans. And you know what? It's always hard when you're a caretaker. And I know in this instance here, Josh has been there with VOSS, but I think it's going to be interesting to see whether Josh decides to say, you know what, how about you guys tell me where you feel you play your better football, and let's go out there and you prove to me. It's just you don't know. It's going to be this. This is now the time to try and experiment. And I think
We'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. They reckon.
Good luck to you guys, because I can I say, Rocket, because my wife's a Carlton supporter, and I've got no choice. I've got to sit there and I've got to wait in line for her to go membership and all that. Sometimes she even says to me, "Oh, come to a game," and I refuse to go to games unless it's Collingwood can't play. But I really like the way you guys played against Brisbane, and I know at the end you guys lost, but there was only little glimpses of where potentially there's something there. And I think with this change, there might be some big, exciting things coming towards.
Hopefully they free up a bit. As I said, English is out. I thought he was back or something, but he's still out, and Libba's out too. So that kind of helps us. And we've got that's definitely a loss for them. And so I know Jack Eisen is definitely coming in. Jack Eisen's been killing it in the reserves. So he's going to be a good kid. This bloke, I'm pretty sure he was a mid-season pickup, or he's on the rookie list. He was on the rookie list anyway. I think he was on the rookie list. I think we picked him up at the end on the rookie list or something like that. I can't remember. I know that he's been playing well in the reserves. I've actually been watching him. So we've got a few kids in there, which I've actually watched the reserves the last few weeks. I normally don't do it, but I immediately started watching it because I wanted to see how Cody Walker was playing. And I've been watching it, and we beat, we won the last 3 games. I think we beat Casey by 120 points this week. And they play a different brand of football. I'm a bit shocked how our seniors and our reserves play different brands of football. They should be united in the way they play the game. You know what I mean? But they play a different brand of football. It's exciting. It's the modern football. And this is why we keep saying on the Jumper Bunch, we don't want them to ruin these kids too early, bring them into the seniors and fucking poison chalice. We don't want that. But as I said, that's right. He was an NGA player. That's right. That's where we picked him up. I knew he wasn't your normal pickup. Yeah. There's some good kids in there. You got Cody Walker. You've got Cody Walker naturally can't play this year, but he's playing. And then you've got Ison, and you've got also Lord plays in there. And you've also got Flynn Young, been kicking multiple goals every single week, 3 and 4 goals. So he's also in the future. So we've got some young kids there. So we're doing exciting stuff. I hope. We'll see. And we'll probably get pumped by 20 goals. All right. Next one. Oh, this one's going to be a bit of a fucking thumping. What do you reckon? So, we've got Essendon and Fremantle at the MCG. This sounds like it's on a Sunday, is it? Or is it on Saturday? No, it'll be on a Sunday, wouldn't it? Sunday at the MCG. Fremantle, second on the ladder, doing really, really well. Tough team, mate. Jackson, one of the great fucking ruckmen going around. They got multiple goal kickers, VOSS, and the other guy escapes his name, is really tough, at the front.
Tracy.
So, Tracy, man. Yeah, I like Tracy, man. Tracy's tough. And then they got he's a Douglas. They got some players, man. They're really, really exciting side. But Dudley, that's the one, aren't you? I don't really take that much, but I have been watching them, and they're actually playing some really good football. Mark, what do you reckon?
I actually tipped Freo to make the grand final this year, so nothing different in my eyes. But as you were saying about the reserves, Rocco, I certainly watched the reserves as well. We beat GWS by 50-odd points on the weekend. So I don't mind watching the reserves. You just get a bit more of an indication how the younger players are going and what they do different. But this week it's going to be a tough ask again, and I think we've just got to continuously make changes every week. Just continuously make those changes. I think Kyle Langford needs a spell in the seconds. Being a leader, I think he's kicked 8 points in a row, and most of those shots were quite easily shots to be kicked. So he needs a bit of a spell. Also, I think Mackay needs to spend another week in the reserves as well, although he had 15 positions in the reserves. But that's not good enough. They should be killing it in the reserves. He should have had 30 possessions at centre halfback. But anyway, he needs to spend another week there. So you bring in some players. You bring in Harry Jones. He hasn't played for about a year, coming off a really bad broken ankle last year. He needs to come straight in. Jai Caldwell needs to come in. Sardis, I don't know why they keep on dropping his kid. He had 35 possessions in the reserves. He needs to come back in.
What about this bloke? Sorry, what about this bloke? Elijah Estas.
Yeah, Sardis. Yeah, Sardis. So that's Sardis. They'll give him a couple of weeks. I think the only thing that's probably the downfall about Sardis is that he gets a bit lazy. But he contested possession. His disposal is probably not the best, but they'll give him a couple of games and then they drop him back into the seconds and 35, 40 possessions again. So they need to just put him in and keep him in. And Gresham, I think this is his last chance. He kicked 4 goals in the reserves. But then again, reserves with these players, they need to be kicking 6 or 7 goals in the reserves. But give him another go. We do need a small forward as Kako now will be injured for the next 6 to 7 weeks. So, and you know what? Throw in Mr. Westerfield. 27 possessions in reserves. You've got to give him a go.
Is he still around?
He's still around, mate.
He's still around. This is what the Essendon Football Club is backing themselves up on rejects from the Cart Football Club, and this is what he's talking about. But just can I just say on just something here where I'm really fascinated. I've got to ask this question. I'm getting people texting me on my phone now. Why is the Essendon Football Club playing at the MCG, and yet you've got 2 powerhouses like the Sakilda Football Club and the Tigers playing at Marvel? To me, this doesn't fucking make sense. What the fuck is Essendon going to feel at the MCG? Maybe the low ground, just down low. What are they going to do? They'd be lucky if they get 25,000 people there.
Yeah, that's why. You know what, Manny, to be quite honest with you, mate, even if Essendon were pretty much up there, I still don't believe it should have been played at the MCG anyway. So, I mean, I don't know why they're playing it there. Maybe it's just for free.
I don't think you guys want.
Maybe they've got some kind of
negotiation
with the Fremantle Football Club and giving him a bit of an opportunity to get some experience at the MCG, which they don't normally have. So, maybe there's a few dollars in there, Manny. Maybe there's a few bucks that come in the Bombers' way, mate. So we can go out there and get Butters. Maybe go out and chase Butters.
Anyway, talk about Settlefield. Talk about Settlefield.
Yeah, Westerfield. Settlefield. I reckon they give him an opportunity. Look, I mean, he's been around long enough now. So again, I just think bringing the changes. We're not going to get nowhere this year. So bring the changes. See what they're made out of. If they're not good enough, start delisting at the end of the year. It's a good opportunity to do it. Let's do it now. So we still need a lot more improvement. I'll be watching the game as well. I won't be going to the game this week, unfortunately, but I think we might give Freo a bit of a scare because they don't play too well at the MCG. So we're gonna give those Freos a bit of a purple patch. So we'll beat them this week by 22 points.
Wow,
I like it. You know what? I reckon this week they should do it for the peasants.
Do it for the peasants.
Do it for the peasants, mate. Like the peasants need something.
Do it for the coach,
bro.
Do it for the coach.
All right. Next, we've got St Kilda v Richmond at Marvel at 3:15. So just as Essendon's getting their asses reamed, St Kilda and Richmond will be taking the field. This is going to be an interesting game. I think with your injuries and that, you're going to find it tough. You know that, Liam. But what do you say?
Yeah, look, it's St Kilda's always one of those teams like you feel like you're a chance against because they can serve up anything. I feel like they've sort of steadied the last couple. Manny, don't you be doing that, mate. I'll see you. Nah. We'll put him on mute.
If you want me to take him off, I'll take him off, Liam.
Look, like you said, it's going to be hard. As I've said, we may only have 25 available players to pick from. It does mean we'd have a 6 debutant potentially come in, Noah Roberts-Thompson. He actually had a pretty good day out in the VFL. So, yeah, But yeah, as far as watching the VFL, I haven't really watched it because we don't have any players there at the moment. Maybe a couple mid-season players, we don't know. But yeah, look, yeah, and normally I'd say that we're maybe a chance in this. I'm just not sure. You know, the pressure that's on the players at the moment, you know, forced by obviously other players being out and failures by the club, which I've already spoken about. But I think St Kilda, they're looking like they want to be a serious sort of somewhat contender this year. I don't believe it, but yeah, look, they should be getting the job done against us. We don't really play Marvel that well anyway, for whatever reason. Yeah, not too confident. Don't want to talk about it too much. Let's just hope we're somewhat competitive again. That's all we ask. Just
I like it.
So
There's not much more to say.
So if you guys lose by 60 points, would that be competitive?
Depends how we play. But I'm going to say 10 goals is probably not great.
No.
Okay.
You're losing by 10 goals, man.
I'd be saying
not competitive, man.
No.
You're not competitive, man. So, yeah. So, anyway. All right. Good stuff. We'll go into what are we going into? Oh, yeah. So we'll go into now. Let's have a look at this. So we've already bada bing, bada boom. We just got the doggies. Has been split between me and Mark. Doggies. And Manny and Liam have gone for Khan. And what do we got? We got Essendon, of course, and Manny's gone for the Eagles over the Giants. So that's interesting. Quickly through those games there, Liam, what's going on this week in this round of footy?
All right. We are starting tomorrow back at the Gabba, the grand final rematch, Brisbane versus Geelong. Yeah, look, Geelong had a bit of an easy beat the other day against Collingwood. Brisbane, they're a far better team. I think they'll get the job done. Obviously, yeah, a close game, judging by all margins. But yeah, that's that one. Friday night, not a doubleheader. I think they're silly, but that's maybe a talking point for next week. Sydney and Collingwood. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the peasants win, whoever the peasants are. I don't know. No, look, Sydney's a good team. I saw someone say, you know, they've only just beaten Melbourne and North Melbourne last week. But they're a good team. They're getting jobs done even when they're challenged. I think they'll get the job done this one too. Yeah. Gold Coast and Port Adelaide up in Darwin. We know Gold Coast play well up there, and I still don't think Port are a great team. So, Gold Coast get the job there. Saturday, we go to Adelaide versus North Melbourne. I think North Melbourne are definitely a chance for an upset. Surprised none of us took the risk on them, but you back Adelaide when they're at home. Saturday, we're over here at the MCG, Melbourne versus Hawthorn. I like that Rocco went for the tip. Melbourne haven't lost the game at the MCG this year. They've won all their games there. Hawthorn maybe a bit unlucky to not hold on against Freo the other night, but I think Hawthorn is still top 4 team for me. They'll get the win. Then the big one, Carlton St Kilda. I actually tipped Carlton before I knew about VOSS being sacked. I just have a feeling Bulldogs are a little shaky right now. They're not looking the best. But yeah, now that you've sacked the coach, I think Mark said it is Nostradamus or whatever. I think, you might get the sugar hit and get the win. Then Sunday's games, our favourites, the Bombers and Fremantle. Look, Freo are playing really good football at the moment. They should get the job done here. Then there's my game, St Kilda, Richmond at Marvel. Same thing. I don't think we're good enough. St Kilda should get the job done. And then the last game, West Coast and Giants. I wanted to tip West Coast. I did. But yeah, just on recent form, it's hard to back them in. So I'll stick with the Giants.
Yeah, that's a big week of footy starting on Thursday. Yes. Nice. I like it. And then if we go to the leaderboard, I've had to put it up here. Where did I put it? I had to put it up here. So here it is. Liam on 63, still 5 ahead. Mark 58, 5 behind, and then Manny 1 behind, and Rocco slowly coming up, only 2 behind. I said I'm not going to finish last, and that's my option here. So, and we're moving up. So, but Liam, clear. Yeah, can you keep back in those Bombers, mate? Liam, the clear.
Yeah, thanks for that, mate. Yeah.
Leader. How's that
Hey,
go?
quickly,
All right.
boys, before we go on, I'm going to be the first one. So next week we've obviously might have the live show at your place there, Rocco. So I'm going to be the first one. I'm going to show you a picture of me when I was 20 years old. Bit of history. So I had the long hair, and I was also working for a Chippendales as well. So I'm going to show you a picture. Okay.
I didn't know anything about this. Let's go. Oh, there he goes. Look at you, mate. Yes, I used to work at Chippendales down at Metro. They used to have the Chippendales.
That Liam there's when I had the long hair, mate.
Mate, blind.
Fiery red.
He's a good-looking rooster, that bloke.
Yeah, keep dreaming, Mark. Keep dreaming, mate.
Jeez.
Keep dreaming.
I was 21 years old then, Manny.
There we go.
Yeah.
There you go, the women out there, man. They're going to be crazy.
No shirt, but
you want to do it again? You want me to show you again? You don't believe it, do you?
No, you're good, mate. You're good.
No, that looks like it does. It looks like you, Mark. It does, yeah.
It is,
but it's no hair on your chest.
You and your brother.
You boys are next, yeah. 1 week at a time. We got to. All right, so I've done the first one.
Next week I'll put them up on screen. I'll show you my photos next week. 100%, man. 100%, man. I miss running my fingers through my hair, mate. I'll tell you that.
That's what I want to see, mate. Yeah.
What's that
I
famous
can't
song?
imagine you would have.
Those were the days, my friend.
Those were the days, my friend.
They certainly were, Manny, mate. That were the cat house days, guys. That was the cat house days.
The cat house days, yeah. Fourever quiz is coming up next. Before you go, I just had a question before we go. So, if you are coaching a side, not AFL, if you are just coaching any side, like let's say you're just coaching a shitty club in a shitty division, right? And the team you're about to play forfeits, right? So they don't show up. Is that considered a win by the coach?
Yes.
No.
That's considered a win, is it?
Coach,
yeah.
Isn't it just a win by default?
You get the points.
You have nothing to do with it.
I don't know. I'm asking you the question. All right, just say you're the coach. Would you consider that as a win?
No.
Well, the way the system works, I think you get the win, but as an individual, would you consider a win? No, it's
that's
not
what
really
I'm asking.
because,
I know you get the 4 points. All right, so you get the 4 points. Forget it, right?
Yeah,
that's part of it. That's part of it, right? But do you consider that as a win? Do you walk away and go, oh, we won that game?
No, of course not. We didn't play the game.
No.
What's Lou Foligno talking about? God, Lou Foligno. You reckon yes? My God. I'm going to say no. That's like...
you can't claim that as a win.
No.
That's a pretty easy answer, that one there, Rocco.
If you're a coach, would you claim that as your win?
No.
Well, like I said, unless the coach has gone round and like injured half the players on the other team so they can't get up. Or, you know,
it's still not a win. You still didn't win it on the ground.
Nah.
But Rocco, what happens if it was a grand final?
It's still, as I said, you would get it. Would you? All right, we'll put it that way. First of all, my opinion is it's not a win. You didn't win fucking nothing, man. Like they didn't show up. You get the 4 points. You haven't won anything, right? No. That's my thing. If it's a grand final and they don't show up, right? I wouldn't consider it as what you're gonna prounce around years later and go, look at my medallion. Oh, who'd you beat? Oh, they didn't show up. Yeah. Are you gonna do that?
We beat the bye. Yeah.
They'd reschedule it the next week.
Would you take it as a win? You can't seriously. Where are we as a society?
No. So, but you know what, though, Rocco? It happens a lot in tennis where where players have in final matches where they've ended up injuring themselves, and at the end, the other person wins.
I think it's different if you're playing like tennis, for example, and the player gets injured during the game, right? And you take the win, but you can't, even in tennis, if the player gets injured just before the game and doesn't come out? Yeah, you'll take the trophy, but there's an asterisk on that fucking win, man. No chance you would walk around fucking like talking like you've won a game. You haven't won anything, bro.
Yeah. Did you know?
I understand it's considered a win. You get the 4 points. You haven't won anything. You actually got to participate to win something. Like, what are we doing here, man? This is Carlton's attitude. They'll probably take the fucking win too, mate. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, I just thought I'll ask that question out there in the chat. I wanted to hear their opinion too. But some people, I just have to say, some people would take it as a win and run with it, and that's fine. All right, let's move on. I think everyone's been fucking waiting for this, man. I've been waiting for this. This is my favorite part now, eh? This is all about. The quiz. Oh, look at everyone getting ready. Everyone's a bit worried here. Now, again, this is going to be a general. I'm going to put my numbers out here. This is going to be a general. I'm going to prepare myself. This is going to be like general quiz, right? I'll bring it up. Hold on. I'll bring it up. This quiz, it's again 1 out of 30, so they're just quick ones. Again, let's no cheating. We're going to show the numbers anyway.
Can I forfeit?
See, that's the thing with the numbers is like, Mark was watching me last week. He's like, I want to see what he does. I was like, nah.
Yeah, don't be a cheat. Put out your fucking numbers, mate.
When it comes to soccer, I'll look at Manny. If it comes to like tennis, I'll look at Liam.
I reckon now that he said that, everyone wait for Mark to put up his fucking number before you put up your number.
Anyway, so these are just general.
This quiz it's called Know a Little Bit About Everything Bumper Quiz.
Okay.
So the first one, there's a painting, and I'm telling you, if it goes by the first one, I got no idea what the answer is, right? If it's by the first question, we are fucked tonight, right? I'm telling you right now. But what we're going to do is mark down your misses. I think that's the easiest way to do. So when you get one wrong, just put down a cross. So at the end we can work it out. And let's go for it. So let me just share this and we'll go. Hold on a sec.
Yeah. Google on the phone.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Google, help me out.
All right, here we go. This is the first one. All right, so we're gonna go for it. Remember to answer real quick, and we're gonna go. Everyone can have a look at the first one.
Are they not sporting ones?
Nah, this is general quiz, mate. General quiz. So
I thought these guys were the Ninja Turtles, mate.
All right. So a lot of it, I reckon, is going to be guessing tonight.
They are Ninja Turtles.
All right, we ready?
I reckon Mark can't even pronounce those names, let alone know.
Donatello, Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo.
All right. Know a little bit about everything. Which Renaissance artist painted lady with an ermine? I'm going to say. I'm going to say 1.
3.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm going to say 1. Oh, it was number 2. I didn't know.
All right. Well, there you go.
Already 1 wrong. All right. Who was the first Australian designer to show at Paris Fashion Week? Jesus Christ, mate! I got no idea. I'm going to say 3.
Number 1.
Oh, number 2.
Oh, man, he's on the board.
Thank you very much.
Hey.
What is this? More fashion. What was the name of
This is Zoolander. This
Mugatu's
is a
fashion
movie.
line in Zoolander? Oh, this was I don't know. This was the movie Zoolander.
Come on, Liam, you'd know this one.
I'm
What
gonna
was
say
What was it?
I'm
What?
gonna
What's it? What's it?
name of Mugatu's fashion line in Zoolanders. I'm gonna say 4.
I'm pretty sure it is. I think. Pretty sure.
Oh, one man. I've not got one right yet. Well,
Oh man.
where does Vespa lead drown in the 2006 adaptation of Ian Fleming's Casino Royale? I haven't seen that movie. Far out. I'm gonna
It's
say.
made in Venice or Paris, so I'm going to go.
I'm gonna say Venice for.
Let's go.
1.
Oh, he gets one.
Oh, he's on the board.
Who is the only fictional character to win a gold Logie? Oh, there you go.
Who's the only fictional?
Well, actually, no, I don't know.
I'm gonna say go.
Character.
Yep, I'm gonna say 2 also.
Norman
One.
Gunston, yes.
Yeah.
Oh no. Thought it was 1 or 4. All right.
Where did Bodrian originate? I didn't know how to spell that, but I'm gonna say
I reckon it'd be close to probably Scottish bastards.
I'm gonna say Scottish too. Everyone in? Oh, Ireland number 2.
I think
Wait,
that
no.
he's got one of those.
This is shocking.
What does the singer come for you in Hunters and Collectors? Throw your arms around me. When does the singer come for you in Hunters and Throw your arms at breakfast?
I know this one.
2.
Oh, far out. I'm going to say
Around
2.
me, at me.
I can't remember. Oh, at night time, I'm getting busted here. All right, which member of the Beatles was purportedly replaced in 1966 after his death, according to long-running conspiracy theory? All right.
Which member of the Beatles was performing? Gonna have to be number 2, wouldn't it?
Oh, that's one.
Have to be number 2.
I'm going to go 3.
It's Paul.
It was Paul. I knew that one.
Right, that's good. I know the Beatles.
When did L. Ron Hubbard publish Dianetics, a chronicle Scientology text?
Well, that's it, yeah. Oh, I'm sticking with 3. It's been hot. Why not?
I'm gonna go number 1.
I'm going to go 1 because it was early in the century. It has to be. Oh, 1950s. Yeah,
What a fool.
in which event did Johnny Weissmuller win the first of his 5 Olympic gold medals? Far out. In which event he looks like he's I'm gonna go. Has to be 1. Has to be
let's
1.
go. Let's freestyle. Freestyle's cool.
Get 2.
I don't know. Is he the guy on the left?
Oh, freestyle 400 freestyles are number 3. Everyone.
Oh,
All
I
right.
know this one.
Rafael Nadal won 14 out of his 22 Grand Slams at which tournament?
I know this one. Yeah.
Australia.
Go, guys.
I'm gonna go 3. US.
Manny,
No, it's definitely the French.
it's definitely the French too. Yeah.
Isn't it? Fucking shit.
When were medals last awarded for a tug of war at the Olympic Games? Far out. I reckon that's about.
Fuck, no, 1932. No, it would have been 44.
I'm going to go 4. I'm going to go 4.
Number 2.
1, 2, and 2.
Yay!
Can't go down.
Another fucking
Got that
Luya.
one wrong too. All right. Which of the following marriages lasted the longest before ending in divorce? Definitely not that. Definitely not that. I'm gonna go 1, 2.
We'll stick with
Well,
that.
hang on.
Number 3. Oh, Mel Gibson. You're right too.
What a good
What is the Prime Minister's? What is the Prime Minister of Australia's current annual salary? Ooh.
Again, maybe number 3 or 4, or maybe even less. 620. 2, yeah, 6-3.
I'm going 1. I reckon it's
Sure.
low.
I'm pretty sure.
I reckon it's low. Fucking 2.
I was going to say 2.
All right. Which Governor General dismissed the Gulf Williams Labor government? Oh, which Governor General? I reckon it was fuck if I know. All right. I'm gonna say 4.
I've heard his name before, so I'll go in.
Yes, I get one. Final. All right. Anne of Cleves was a member of which royal house? Anne of Cleves. Cleves.
Who are these people?
I'm going to say 2. Yes, that was a fucking no idea there. All right. Australia, Benjamin Netanyahu graduated with a degree in architecture from which university? Benjamin. I'm gonna go 4.
Let's go 4. Why not?
Oh, 3. Anyone that got 3 got it right.
Hey!
What was the cocaine and Cassie Sainsbury was arrested? What was the cane that Kane Cassaberry was arrested with in Colombia and hidden in? I don't know, but I'm going to say...
Phone boxes, condoms, no, high letter. 1.
Yes.
I'm going to say 3. Yes! I know my cocaine. All right, let's see. Which nation issued the banknote with a domination of $1 trillion?
Pakistan.
I'm going to say 4.
Zimbabwe 2. Yeah, I got 2.
All right. I reckon I'm right here because I've heard about this.
Yeah. Me too.
I panicked there. I did.
Yeah.
All right. Which group of people sent the Yirkala Bank petitions to federal parliament in 1963? Which group of people? I'm going to say, I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to say Wiran Jury.
Yeah, I know that word. Winjury.
Oh, the Yolungu.
All right, there you go. La Nina caused a drop in the sea surface temperature in which ocean? The drop, La Nina. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to say 3.
I'll go 1. Atlantic Ocean.
Yes, 3 was right.
I got smashed.
In which public square is Nelson Column located? Nelson's Column located. In which public square?
Chester Square, Coventry Square, Piccadilly Circus.
It's 2 or 4.
It's Chester Square.
I'm going to just go 1. 4.
Number 4. Thank you very much.
Which city is the capital of Iceland?
Which city is the capital of Iceland? Helsinki, Oslo, Tallinn, Oslo.
I'm going to go 2.
3, I'm pretty sure.
It's 3.
4.
3, it's 3.
3.
Right.
Mate, I'm getting punished here. What is Phuket's time zone?
Fuck.
Oh, was it UTC? Oh, what that means.
What is Phuket's time zone? UTC plus 7, UTC plus 9, UTC plus 11. They got a minus 11. Why is there a minus?
It's not that.
I'm going to go. I should know this, but I don't. But I'm going to go.
Why is there a minus all of a sudden?
I just thought it's the same as.
Number 1. Thank you very much.
The UB Rock art site is in which national park? Jesus Christ.
Grampians, Kokoda. Yeah, well, Kokoda National Park is very fucking popular. Or Limerick.
I'm going to go Nimbury, number 4. Number 2.
Right. I was going to say that.
Number 3, wasn't it?
Number 2.
It was number 2.
Okay.
A A memorial above which shipwreck commemorates Japan's attack on Pearl Harbor.
US is it? US, California, US, Oklahoma.
I'm gonna go one. I've got no idea.
4. Oklahoma.
1 is correct. All right. In which country did an LO series train set the rail speed record?
You'd say China, wouldn't you? China, Japan. I'm gonna go.
No, Rocco, you should know this one.
China.
I'm gonna go here. Yes, you should know it, Manny. What are you doing getting that wrong? Which aerospace company operates Falcon Heavy?
Oh, that's easy.
SpaceX, United Launch Alliance.
It's Virgin.
I'm going to go for Virgin. Oh, SpaceX.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, bloody time.
The voice box is more formally known as what? Oh, this has got to be right. Come on, guys.
The Lacris. 1. No,
it's 1 or 3. I know that one.
It's 1. That has to be Larix. Yeah. All right, last question, guys. How many extinct species? Extinct? That's not extinct. That's
How many
extant species, subspecies of a lion are there? Which means how many after that?
2 species, 4 species, 6 species. I fucking don't know.
I'm gonna go 3.
You should know, Liam.
Yeah, this.
Bush.
1, 2, 1, which is 2. All right, far out. I only got 12 right, so I got 18 wrong.
Oh, gee, I reckon you've done better than me.
I've got 18 right.
Wow.
20 wrong.
So you got 10. Rocco, Manny got, how many did you get?
18.
So, and Mark got
20
10.
wrong.
Yep, and Liam?
I got 21 wrong. I got 9 out of 30.
No, you did the worst.
Terrible. That's bad.
All right, I'm gonna have to add up. I reckon that was mate. You lost a lot of ground there, Liam. You lost about bloody heaps of ground. I'm gonna have to add this up for next week, so we got a champion. But how did everyone else go in the chat?
He's a fibber.
No, general, I'm good at, mate.
Yeah, I know.
Footy,
Yeah.
I'm shit. Footy, I'm shit.
No one believes you. Bullshit,
Sports.
Manny.
Sports.
Pig's ass. Lou Felino got 12 wrong. Manny's a fibber.
You know what?
Roccomoto. I don't trust you, Roccomoto, that you got 7 wrong. I reckon you fucking keep talking me there, bro.
Hey, I'm the most honest person. Last week, I only got 7 right, and I said it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to lose here. If I get it wrong, get it right.
We believe you, mate.
No, we believe it. I mean, I think I was one behind Liam. I'm definitely in front of Liam. And I don't know if Manny's caught up. I'm going to have to check up and see what it is, because I'll have to check up the other results, which I've got written down.
The first 2, I was pretty average. So.
That was pretty average. There was a lot of guessing, I reckon, in that one there, man. Just quietly, I couldn't even pronounce half the fucking words. Look, man, you got the Geelong zone. He reckons Manny got 11 at best, man. He was checking you out, man. Petra Khan, at least 10 wrong. Yeah, I reckon Petra Khan would have won this. He's pretty good. Oz reckons he got 21 out of 30. What, wrong?
That's what I got wrong. 21 out of 30 wrong.
But there's a few on you, Manny.
Flat
I can't cheat because my score comes up on the board, so I can't fucking cheat. So, but I did. I got 12. I was in trouble there at times. I reckon, seriously, I knew without guessing it about 5 that I knew 100% were right.
Yeah.
Right. The rest were guesses, but I reckon about 5 I knew 100%.
Same, yeah, maybe, yeah.
Wait. Foz Jam reckons I got 0. He's a dumb cunt. Go through them, Rocco. Not lying. Where am I going to go through it? I reckon you're lying.
That doesn't
mate.
make
I
sense.
don't trust you. Pasquale reckons he didn't count, but he reckons he did really well. Rocco Model reckons I guessed about 6 or 7 times. All right, that's I love this. What's this right here? Shit quiz, do sports one. Who gives a fly? I know that's true. That's true. But I'm trying to just change it around a bit. You know, we'll do some sports, we'll do some general, or else what are we going to do? Quite honestly, if we do sports, I reckon I'm going to win most of them, and Liam will come second, maybe. What do you reckon, Liam? I reckon Manny's got no chance if we do overall sports, and I reckon Mark.
Oh no, if we do overall sports, I'm okay.
Oh.
If we do footy, I'm no good.
Depends on the sport. If it's just footy, I'll smash it. If you throw in maybe some basketball,
there you go, Geelong. He's been honest. I got 7 right. Only knew James Bond one and the Bullet Train. The rest were guesses. I'm telling you, that was most of us. Yeah, how the fuck did? How did you get the train one wrong, mate? What did you pick? Germany, you dickhead.
China.
Oh, this one, Dylan. Sorry, the train quiz, Manny versus Rock. Oh, you want to do a train quiz against me? I'll lose.
I know
nothing.
We need
about
a music quiz. That's what we need.
Yeah, music, movies, stuff like that.
All right,
Cars.
I can look that up. I can do that. But if
one.
we do music, I mean, Liam's fucked, man. He doesn't know music from the 50s, 60s, and 70s.
Right.
Yeah, mix it up a bit.
What about the question we had with the Hunters and Collectors song? I was the only one who got that right.
All right, one, but you're not
That
going
song was out before I was born, so don't give me that.
Right.
And
Is that what you want to do?
Nailed that question.
What do you want to do next? You want to do a music one?
Yeah,
Music
the
or
two
movies?
ones I nailed,
Yeah,
mate.
that'll be good. Songs will be good. Movies, I'm shit in movies.
Yeah.
I reckon. All right, we'll do them all. So we'll do a music one. I reckon a music one would be funny. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how many of us peasants are going to do well in that because what are we going to do, man? We're peasants, man. Like I didn't even have a radio until not long ago, so I couldn't even listen to music till not long ago because I was
Ready, please, Mr. Music. Who was that? What was that on? Ready, please, Mr. Music. Who used to say that?
Was that
that wasn't Romper Room, was it, by any chance?
Yeah, Romper Room, yeah.
I think it was Romper Room. I used to hate Romper Room. They never called my name, those racist people.
Why, you reckon they ever called my name?
They were never called Manny or Rocco. They always called Wayne, Shane, Liam. Always these names were called in Romper Room. We were waiting. Wayne, Shane, David, Mark. Maybe Mark was called. Never Rocco. Always waited every year. And you know what else I noticed? You know what else I noticed? I worked this out later. That wasn't a real mirror, Manny. There was no mirror in there. The bloody bitch was lying to us. She
was a fucking hole.
Her favorites. It was just
Mr.
a bloody hole.
Was Mr. Squiggle on Romper Stomper, whatever it's called?
Nah, Mr. Squiggles was different. Mr. Squiggles, the man from the moon. And he used to call, what was her name? Miss Jane. Miss Jane, turn it around. It's upside down, Miss Jane.
Remember some of the pictures they used to draw, man.
Oh, yeah, they were upside down. It's upside down, Miss Jane.
And what about what a funny old fella?
He's Humphrey.
He's Humphrey. That's right. Remember Humphrey?
Of course, man. And I reckon just quietly, Miss Jane used to bring bloody Mr. Squiggles in bed with her. But anyway, let's move on.
Whoa. That's not appropriate.
I can't believe Liam gets offended by that. That's what he got offended by.
I don't know what you're talking about, mate. That just sounds inappropriate for a show, mate.
Well, I'm just saying, like, just to cuddle up with, mate. Like, what's Romper Stomper? Romper Stomper. That was a great kids movie. Romper Stomper. Like, these people are getting the joke. Suck this. Humphrey. Bear sucked? No, what are you talking about? Humphrey B. did not fucking suck, man. He was cool, man, at the time.
I think it was Fat Cat and Friends that was the nasty one.
Fat Cat Friends was that. That was a good one. Fat Cat and Friends, yeah, that was a good one. Shirl's Neighbourhood.
Shirl's Neighbourhood, yeah.
With Shirley Strawn, mate.
That's right. That's right. Jeez.
Nah, you'd have to go Humphrey Bear, man, not Fat Cat. You'd have to go Humphrey Bear, man. I'm not going.
It's the way his little tie.
And he was always naked. He never had fucking pants on.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
He never had pants on. No one ever said nothing, mate. No one ever said nothing, mate. No one ever said nothing. And you know what was funny? When he used to come out of the shower, he used to put a towel around him. Like, you weren't wearing pants anyway. What the fuck are you putting a towel around you?
We go. All right, we'll give you that.
Oh, Skippy, of course, Skippy was one of our favourites, a good Australian. Only the Hammonds used to fucking know what Skippy was saying. Hey, what was that, Skippy? What was that, Skippy? Oh, near the river, was it? Shut up, stupid. No, I used to love Skippy. Curiosity Show, Curiosity Show was one of my favourite shows, man. They used to do all the experiments and that, man. That was sick.
They used to play
Simon Towns' Wonderworld.
Yeah, Simon Towns' Wonderworld with Woodrow.
Yeah. What was that show that Katrina Roundtree used to be on?
Aggro.
No. It was another show.
No, I think that was Simon Towns' Wonderworld.
Well, it was Simon Towns. Yeah.
I think we spoke about this last time. Yeah, Simon Towns' Wonderworld. Claude the Crow. He was in Shirl's Neighbourhood.
That's right.
Aggro was. I think Aggro was a bit too adult for us when you think about it. When you think about it, his jokes. Yeah. Cartoon Connection. That was funny, man.
What about Play School? Did you watch Play School?
When I was a little kid, of course.
Sesame Street.
Sesame Street, of course. You had to watch Sesame Street. Sesame Street was.
But Play School that could have been interpreted into an adult movie, couldn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Open wide and come inside.
Hey, they used to make bongs, mate. There was once when they're making bongs, mate. They were making this fucking thing, man. It looked exactly like a bong, mate, and they're making it for the kids, man. It was absolutely like. It was stuffed, man. It was absolutely retarded, man. It was absolutely, I couldn't believe it, man. Fast forward, that's later on.
Yeah.
What else have we got here? That was Manny's joke of the week. Oh, well, talk about Manny's joke of the week. Let's go.
Here we go.
All right. So
hey, don't fucking disappoint us this week.
Okay, so there was a little boy who living with his family, and father used to get really bad headaches, and so he said to his son, "I need you to go to the chemist. I need you to get me a packet of Bex pills." Now, for those who don't know, Bex used to be a tablet for the headaches. So he's this little boy's gone to the chemist. He says, "I need a packet of those sick pills." So anyway, chemist has given the kid the pills, and he's gone back home. Father's taken these pills, and he's anyway, the headache kept on sitting there, and the headache wasn't going away, Says, "Son, you got to go back there, and I need another packet." Says, "No worries, Dad." So it's gone to the chemist. He said, "Remember, son, a packet of Bex pills." No worries, Dad. Let's get out here. Come on, get another packet of Bex pills. So anyway, father's, the son's gone back home. He's given him another packet of these pills. Anyway, and this went on for about a couple of months. So anyway, the kid's gone back and says, She's like, the catch there, why? I let you pack it. He says, hey, son, he says, before I do that, he says, I need to know, what's the current family situation? He says, well, my dad's still got a headache. He says, my mum's dead. My sister's pregnant. I got a sore ass. And now he's chasing the dog.
Oh, Jesus God.
I went nowhere, mate.
Oh, my God. Oh, I think we went downhill there.
Mate, when you put that accent, I couldn't understand you, mate.
Oh, Jesus.
He was going to get Bex pills, but he gets Six pills. He was getting the 6 pills.
Far out, man. I don't know, man. I'm going to leave it to the audience here. Let's have a look. Oh, no, Manny. Yeah. Laugh out loud. Ha, ha, ha. What was that? Yeah, they're freaking out a bit here. That is cooked. Laughing, shocking. That is a 2 out of 2, which is pretty good, apparently.
I might, you know what? Next week, I might say a nice.
No, I don't even think that was 6 and 7, just quietly.
I might say a real clean joke next week, because Lana doesn't like my jokes. She finds them they're a bit too.
You do a clean one next week, Manny. Do a clean
too
one.
explicit.
We're going to get there, and it's all about like.
Shut up!
That's fine.
Hey, whenever your segment
Come
comes
and
along.
listen to the idiot. Hey, everybody, the idiot's on.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice. Very sexy.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, that's the one.
Yes,
It's like that Tasmanian family where the kid walks into the room and he sees his sister naked playing with the carrot sticking out up her, and he says to her, Jesus, he says, what are you doing? I was going to eat that. Now that's going to taste like carrot.
Gee, you got to stop while you're ahead, especially you and Mark. Just like at times know when to stop talking, mate. Like it's just getting worse. David Thomason, he's all the way from WA. He does breakfast with the Blues. I can't remember what number it is. 93 point. I don't know. Tell us what it is, but make sure you catch. He's got an interview with Walker on there, not Cody, but his dad Andrew. Yeah, so make sure you catch. He's a great contributor of the show, so make sure you catch his stuff. Well, let's get this. And that's it. I think that's it, guys. 91.3 Sports FM in things. So yeah, they talk all things every Saturday morning. So make sure you catch up with that. Yes, Manny's jokes make me laugh as much as our match selection committee. Yeah, that's it. We laugh and then we cry. That's how we do it with at the Blues.
Foz Jam's trying his own joke.
Hey, Liam, we might go on a limb and maybe get you to make us laugh next week.
We can try. I don't have many jokes.
You know what you should do?
I'll do some research. I'll end up getting you an AI joke though, so that could go in.
No, you know what you should do? You should just talk about Richmond. That should make us all laugh.
Whoa.
Spot on, Rico.
Make us all laugh.
Spot on.
Yeah, I've got to cop that one.
All right, listen. I think we're doing a bit of the wog goodbye here. We're extending this, but I want to say thanks first of all. Let's just do this. No, wrong one. Yeah, no, wrong one. Where the fuck are you? Yeah. Let's make sure that all the shows this week. So we're going in Selection Blues. Then there'll be tomorrow night, and then you got game day with Bo, And then emergency meeting this week. I'll be hosting it because Mars is all the way in England. And then we go into, there'll be match reviews and previews. He's going to do them all the way from England. We got Blue Sunday. And it's not on here, but on Monday, the brand new show with me and Bo. It's called, what is it called? I fucking already forgot. It's called, what is our show called? Oh, the Monday Banter. It's a show.
Oh, yeah, I went back and watched that. Good stuff, that is.
Have a watch, man. It's pretty good. It's pretty much you control it. So everyone in the comments, you give us comments, questions, and we just go with the flow. So last week, we're going to start at 7:30 this week. We'll be finished by 9 because then what we're going to do is we're going to raid. Apparently, you can raid another show, which means that all the viewers will pushed over to the Monday Blues, which is our sister station. So we're going to do that. And then, of course, so make sure you catch that on Monday night. That was some fun there. As I said, you ask the questions and we just answer them, anything, man. Then we have a bit of fun with it. Doesn't have to be sport. It can be anything. Last week, we answered all sorts of questions. And then, of course, we got TJP, of course, next Tuesday, and then back to us.
100th show.
Oh, yeah. And so next week, yeah, of course. Next week, 100th show. We're all going to be in the studio here, in the TJP studio. Hold on. I've got to let this dog out. Mate, you going to go in or you going to go out? Fucking hell. In and out, in and out.
That sounds like a boss coach.
Yeah, I know.
You're going to be out.
In and out.
You're going to be out.
Yeah, so next week we're going to be in the studio, all 4 of us. It's the 100th episode.
Wow.
Yeah, 100th episode. Liam's been for what? About 30 of them, maybe? Maybe 35?
Maybe 10. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know, but he's been there. So, and we've been there for 100. But we're all together next week, 100 episodes. I can't believe it, man. 100 episodes. When I first started it, and after I did the first show, I can't. There's no way I can spend time with these two fucking dickheads for like that long. But
let's get 4 wins. 4 wins. 4 wins. 4
one?
wins.
Nah, there is no chance that there'll be 4 wins. No, if we get fucking, if we get 4 wins, we're having a party here. If there are 4 wins,
it'll be a week-long celebration,
mate. If there are 4, I don't think we'll ever get 4 wins this year.
Yeah.
You never know. Yeah. Hey, listen, if we get 4 wins, we'll make a party of it. We'll nibble Nobby's nuts.
Jesus Christ, man, you're getting worse, man. 100th show and 400 shut ups by Rocco. That's each show.
Do you remember that commercial, Rocco? Remember those?
Nobby's nuts. Nibble Nobby's. I know. Nibble.
Yeah, make a party of it. Nibbles Nobby's nuts.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
Shut up!
Yeah. Nibbles Nobby's nuts. Yeah.
All right.
What?
I think that's it, man. Oh, yeah, just thanks to all the chat, especially the chat. You're the one that makes the show. It's huge numbers. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Share it, pass it on. Thanks to fucking Adam from Back to the Bench coming on. I think that was fantastic today, man. We had a great chat. He's a top bloke. So make sure, I don't have to tell you, because anyone that watches content knows Back to the Bench, man. So they make some of the best content out there. So thanks for them. Thanks to you guys. Thanks to VOSS. Great job by VOSS.
Great success.
So great success today. So fantastic. Yeah, thanks to the chat again. Everyone in there, you know who you are. Make sure you share, subscribe. I can't say that enough. The subscribes have been flying, man. We're up to like nearly, we've got like 80 subscriptions in about a week or so. So it's been really good, man. So make sure you keep pumping that, because the bigger we get, the better helps the whole channel. We get to more people, get to watch it. That's sharing it, helps that, man. And make sure you get also to our Instagram. Liam does videos. I do great videos. Mark does sometimes videos. Manny, he just doesn't give a fuck. He just disappears. He doesn't care about anything, man. He just fucking does nothing. He absolutely does nothing. So, but make sure you hit and follow the Instagram. We try to put up all the results, have a bit of fun there, put up some videos, have a bit of fun. And that's it, man. Make sure you hit the like button. And I think it's time to go. And as usual, man, I think we're going to leave it with one of the greatest commercials ever to be played. What do you reckon? Hey?
AFL boys.
Go the Mighty Blues.
They're the Bombers. Come on.
If you want your